Hello and welcome to Foundation. My name is Joel and today we're going to be founding our very own medieval settlement and watching it grow and come together. If you don't know, Foundation is a gorgeous little city builder that can get a little bit frantic at times, as you will see. It's just got its full release and I'm having a ton of fun with it so far. I'm currently trying to hit 1,000 subs on the channel, so if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to sub before you leave. And with that, kick back, relax, and let's play Foundation. First, let's go about generating our map. I'm liking the idea of having a nice river running through. Maybe a little bit more water. I quite like the idea of living next to the water. I think it makes the most sense. Maybe a couple more kind of lakes dotted around. Something like this. These are looking quite nice. We've got a bit of open space in between these. And a few hills over this side to play with. Maybe we reduce the hills a little bit. Somewhere in the middle there, and then we can pop our house up on the hill overlooking the town, and we've got a nice bit of living space in between. This looks good. Let's start off with this. So we're going to be playing classic. We're going to keep the tutorials on for this first casual playthrough, and we're not going to mess with any of this stuff. So I want perhaps to relax and play on my own. We're not too worried about the overarching goals for this one. We just want to relax. And let's randomize and see if we can't find a nice heraldry. We perhaps maybe go for a fish. I'm not sure about this. I guess that's a flat fish. He's got both of his eyes on one side, but maybe the fish or maybe the frog even. Let's go for the frog. And I quite like the shape of this already. I'll just change the colours, so maybe we go for a nice kind of muted grey, and then maybe a green. And then for the frog itself, let's go for a nice deep green. And then I quite like the outline of that. That's perfect. So with that, let's get started. We will randomise this. And some nice French names coming in there. Let's call it Villarreal is quite nice. And we'll call me Reynold. Perfect. Pioneer. We'll go with Pioneer to start off. And we're in. So we're going to take it easy with this build. We're going to build some nice houses along the water. And just really get a feel for the game and play around with it and see what happens. So let's get in and have a look at our landscape. A new beginning. After a long journey throughout the realm, your people finally reach new lands. Your lands. Territories you can settle for reasons of your own. Your villagers await your command and are eager to offer advice on how to proceed should you require it. Let me hear your advice. Your objectives are displayed in the quest module down here. The quest module will display your current objectives and quests throughout the game. Lovely. So, first it's given me a little bit of a camera tutorial. We'll start to have a look. I really like this rock formation up here. That's nice. We'll just blast through these tutorial camera movements. There we go. We'll start to think about where we're going to found our village. So we need to pick a first territory. So you must choose your first territory. Each available starting territory has all the basic resources you need to begin settling the new land. And later you'll be able to expand further by purchasing new ones. So let's have a look at what we've got available. We've got a nice one next to the water over here, which is quite nice. We've also got this little rocky section, which is kind of in between a nice lake over here. We've got a bit of a mountain up here. And we've got the river running past. That's also quite a nice starting location. Got access to lots and lots of trees to be able to start chopping those down and getting the resources we need. This is quite a big map, to be honest. I'm quite happy with this. We've also got this one down here, just next to the water, although we don't have much space to start off. But we do have this little island included. It might be a decent idea to start off over here, because this looks like quite a nice area to get going with. This might be a nice starting location. We've got plenty of trees. We've got access to the water here. We've got lots of food. Or we could start more towards the mainland. So this also is quite viable. So we've got along the water there. And lots of trees. And then we can start working up this way. But I think I like the idea of starting off in between the lake and the river. And we're right up against the edge of the map here. So we can kind of expand down this way as we go. Interesting to see that we can actually get up on this hill as well. So I know we end up making our own little manor house. So that a manor house up on top of this hill would be fantastic to kind of oversee our kingdom, I'm going to call it, as we start to grow. This is also very viable, but then I'd have to kind of work my way around that mound. So I think out of our options, we're going to start with this territory. There we go. So now we're going to have to place our town centre. Most actions like placing new buildings or expanding your territory can be performed by the action module at the bottom centre of your screen. Perfect. So we need to place our village centre. And this is our available space. So I think for now, we will just pop it right in the middle there. And we don't need to play around too much with rotation or anything, so we'll just pop that there. And we've got our hamlet of Villarreal founded. A villager wants to speak with you. Click on the bubble to start the interaction. Hello there. The second piece of advice comes from a young, enterprising villager. Rather than letting everyone fend for themselves, she suggests that you organise labourers into appropriate workplaces, builders into workshops, woodcutters into lumber camps, berry gatherers into their huts, and so on. So, we're going to start off by building a builder's workshop. And this is where our builders are going to work from. I think this makes the most sense to have this kind of next to the village centre, because these builders are going to have to go out from here and kind of work their way around the town while they're building everything up. So we'll pop that there. And then we need to assign some builders. So click the plus button in the building panel to automatically assign the nearest villager to a workplace. Got it. So let's pop a few in here. We'll have 2 builders to start because we've got 10 population, so actually we could probably do 3 villagers. So we've got people to spare. 7 unemployed still. So the next thing we need to do is get some building supplies. So we're going to grab our lumber camp. Now I believe with this little red outline that we've got on this camp, that kind of governs how unhappy people are to live nearby. So I need to think about where I'm going to have people living. I like the idea of people living along here. We have also got some stone down here, so we might do a bit of stoneworks down there and have maybe the main bulk of where people are living on this front. And we do have quite a big forest this side that I'd quite like to start cutting through, to be honest. Although this might be nice to cut through so that we can connect here. So let's pop our lumber camp in these woods. Just there. Wonderful. So we've got our lumber camp down. And we'll assign some woodcutters ready to go. So you can see our builders heading over there straight away to start working on this. They look quite plump, these little villagers. I like the way they look a lot. We've got some more sitting here, just chilling out, waiting for something to do. We're going to have to build these guys some houses and all that sort of thing, but for now, just relaxing, kicking back, enjoying this beautiful countryside. So we've got our builders coming over with some tools currently, so they can start building this lumber camp. There we go, we got Iris transporting tools. He's not getting any of his needs met, so we're going to have to think about this kind of stuff soon. And there we go, we've got our lumber camp working fine. Painting and wood cutting. Wood resources require you to paint an area that is fit for wood cutting using the paint tool. So with this, we can kind of mark what we want them to chop down. So if we mark all of this area where we can. So I want them to start cutting away at this chunk of forest. Then they will start getting to work with this. And there we go, they should be off. Oh, we'll make sure not to get rid of that. So we've got a couple of new buildings. We've got a gathering hut to start grabbing these berries and feeding our villagers. So we need to have a little look and see where we've got berries available. So there's quite a few over here. It might make sense to pop the gathering hut next to the lumber camp because obviously the lumber camp people don't want to live right next to it, but with the berries it doesn't really matter. So we can have a little, almost like a little industrial bit here. I want to say industrial, but obviously it's not really to that scale yet. So pop that in here, connect that up to the path, and let our builders get to work with that. See our woodcutters starting to get away, working away, chopping down these trees. They are getting through them quite quickly, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure we can reforest this section. So if we have a look at our buildings again, we've got a forester's camp, so this will let us plant trees back down. So I think it makes the most sense to have this just right next to our lumber camp, right? So if we pop our forester's hut, and try not to clip out too many of these trees, just there will be perfect. And the forester, as these people are chopping them down, can start replanting. So we'll need to wait for this to finish building. Our gathering hut is starting to go up. That's looking great. Once this does go up, we can pop some foragers in there and start collecting some berries. I don't think I need 3. So I need to save some for the lumber camp. Or the forester's camp, excuse me. We've got some wood coming over. We've got our first foragers going out there. Starting to work on these berry bushes. Very nice. Start to feed the hungry population. And we've got this lovely little path going from the city centre. Obviously, as these villagers start using all of these buildings, these paths kind of generate in, which is really nice to see it kind of coming together really naturally. So, we need to assign a forester. And let's see what this villager wants to tell us. So some buildings require a designated zone to operate, which you can organise via their building window. Got it. So for now, while we're just in this first zone, we're going to start kind of replanting these trees as we go. But eventually, once we've got enough money to buy a bit more territory, we might just work on cutting this forest down. So, if we paint a reforestation area, I'd like to keep this whole section where we're chopping things down. Let's make sure we fill this back up with trees when we're done. Maybe let's leave a little bit of space on the edge there. And let's not cut too far into this clearing. So we can pop some houses down here as well. That would be lovely. So we've got a villager wants our attention down here. Now that you've organised your labourers, you can tend to their needs and happiness. Make sure they have access to fresh water and housing. As for food, you'll first need people to store and distribute the berries they collected. From there, your village will have everything needed to welcome its first wave of immigrants. Perfect. Housing is built automatically by your villagers within residential areas, as you have painted beforehand. To mark a residential area, click the paintbrush icon in the action module, select the residential paintbrush, and plant the desired land. So, just like we did with the trees, we're going to grab this residential, and I think a nice residential district all down this side would be absolutely wonderful. So, you can see straight away someone's just jumped at the opportunity to get their house in there. So every member of your village is looking to satisfy essential and additional needs. Villagers fulfill their needs by consuming resources such as berries for the rustic food need, or visiting buildings such as churches for the service need. Check for details by hovering over each need in the villager window. Got it. So let's make this all a residential district. I don't really mind them coming into the trees as well. I don't know how that's going to interact with their houses, but that's fine. And we'll kind of give them this whole section so we can put a little stoneworker down here. And that looks perfect. We've got a couple of houses going in straight away. People starting to build their houses. This is looking nice. So on top of that, we've got a stonecutter camp, which, like I said, we're going to pop down here. We don't have access to this stone yet, but we will. So if we pop this stonecutter camp just in between these for now, rotate it up this way so we can go in and out either side. And we'll probably buy this section next just so we get access to that stone. I wonder what this is here, if this is kind of a different kind of stone or if it's just decorative. It's very pretty either way. And we're going to need this stone to make our well, I believe. So the well obviously provides water. I think it's unlimited. And we want this kind of central. I think it's got, it has like a positive effect on people. People like to live close to the well, but I think it makes sense to put the well kind of in the center of the village, right? So I'm going to pop that just there. And as we get some resources, they will start to build this. But we've still got one villager unemployed. Let's have a little look at the villagers page. So currently we've got 3 builders, 3 woodcutters, we've got 2 foragers, 1 forester. So let's just put you on foraging for now. Because we don't like any unemployment. I think people get a bit unhappy if they don't have something to dedicate themselves to. So we have got the mining camp up. So actually, immediately after changing that, I'm going to take him off foraging, Sebastian, and you can become a miner. And I think we need these builders to be working on people's houses for now, but we also need to get some stone coming in. So I might... Let's get Bracheska onto mining as well. So we'll have 2 builders carrying on, and now 2 miners to get some stone coming in. Hopefully we get some people move into our little hamlet very soon. And we can see the forester is starting to plant some new trees. You see these growing up here. This is lovely. Still got plenty of berries to get through. We are going to have to think about other food sources at some point. Look at these houses starting to come through as well. These are gorgeous. So this one's kind of built into the side of the hill. I'm not sure how much space they've got inside of there, but it looks gorgeous either way. Same thing here. Got these kind of overlooking the water. I think that's a lovely spot for a house, and this little picnic table as well. You can sit outside and look out onto the river. It's a gorgeous spot. I would have probably grabbed that spot for myself as well. But yeah, we've got this little residential district coming together very nicely. Plenty of room. It kind of leaves this room in between for people to come and go. And you know, as this starts to build out and we get a few more houses in, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous, I think. We've got the beginnings of our little hamlet starting to come through. Very cloudy here, I've noticed. Just seems to be a big cloud over my village and nowhere else. Everywhere else is sunny at the moment, but that's absolutely fine. We just need some stone at the moment. So we've got our miners working away. I'm sure I did. Did I not reassign somebody? Where's Bracheska? So we've currently only got Bracheska's finishing up. There we go, she's just arrived. He's popping some stone back and forth. Starting to get a nice little path coming down to our stonecutter's camp. That's kind of very straight from one end to the other. Well, it's not intentional at all, but yeah. I'm not sure if she's actually assigned to this camp, so I'll do it this way. No, she was assigned afterwards. I jumped the gun a little bit there. And I'll just let them finish up and I'll assign them back in. Who have we got coming down here? This is Iris, the builder. Hopefully that's enough to finish off this well. Not just yet. We're taking a bit of time on this stone, but that's fine. We are getting through this forest as well. But these trees will start to grow and fill it back in. This is thriving so far. We're looking fantastic. So we've got one unemployed. Where's Francesca? He's on free time. So Francesca's finished up resting. Let's get her back in this stone camp. She's just fully chilling. She's been kicking back for quite a while now. I don't blame her. You just moved in. You know, you don't want to throw yourself into work straight away. You want to relax and enjoy your new home, right? Completely understand. But back to work, Francesca. Off you go. Who's this having a little nap? Ethelinda? I guess they live together. Straight back to having a break. She's been employed for quite some time now, and she's not actually done any mining. I think Sebastian's been pulling his weight. But that's fine. We're just waiting on a bit of stone. Just one more piece of stone will get us going on this. Who have we got that's unemployed? Are you finished being on free time? Free time, I'm on free time. They're both relaxing. We've got our builders with nothing to do at the moment. We've got another house going in. Again, lovely, lovely little spot right next to the village centre. Gorgeous view overlooking the lake. I think this is going to be prime position. And I'm not sure if that actually cut into the trees there. But that would be a fantastic thing if it did, so we didn't have to worry about cutting all of these trees down. Obviously this kind of industrial district is going to move. You have picked up quite a lot of land for yourself there, sir. Built a tiny little house, but absolutely huge amount of land outside. I mean, I respect it. Lots of space to run around. You're looking the wrong way though, bud. Oh, that is a quite nice view over to the mountains over there. I don't blame you. We've finally got our miners back on this stone. Working away there. And there comes our last stone we can hopefully take up and get our well finished. We should see our builder coming down. Here he comes. Iris coming to collect this stone. And he will go up and finish that well. And then we can move on. So I think we've built everything that we've got available currently. We can have a little look at the progression tab while we're doing this, potentially. No, it's not going to let us do that just yet, but we'll have a look at that in a minute, no doubt. He's coming in with this last bit of stone. He's going to build a village wall. When this goes up, we should see our happiness go up. Because we are fulfilling that need for water. We still need a little bit more housing. I feel like we've got one person who's not happy with their housing situation. I don't know if that's because we don't have enough space, but I think there should be enough space for everyone currently. Yeah, we've got plenty of space for them to settle. Go, our well's coming together nicely. Beautiful. With that, we've got access to water for the entire town. I mean, granted that we have got water everywhere, but this is obviously much cleaner water, so... Some buildings, such as the market, have multiple parts and can be customized that way. Each part has a cost and can have a specific effect. Look for details on the part description. So, we are going to go about building a market to start distributing this food out to our population. So, if we grab a village market here, right now we just need a food stall. So let's pop this down, let's say here. And then we'll grab our rustic market tent and pop that there. That should be fine. So once this market goes up, obviously we'll need to pull someone off something else, that we can start distributing these berries to everybody, so we can sort out that food need that everyone's got. Our water satisfaction is starting to go up a little bit, which is great. Let's just speed this up a little bit so that we can get our market stall built. Luckily we started off with a bit of cloth that we can use for the sheet of that market tent. As this comes up here, we need to decide on which of our villagers is going to be our new shopkeeper. So, let's have a look at our village again. So we've got lots of woodcutters, got quite a bit of wood at the moment, and we've got a lot of our houses already, so we could potentially lose a woodcutter temporarily. We definitely need to build up our stone still. Our berries are actually looking quite good. Once people start eating them, we could pull someone back onto it. So let's grab one of these foragers for now. And we will assign Margarona as our new market tender and assign berries. So once this market stall finally gets made, I'm just grabbing the rest of our materials here. There we go, the cloth's coming in. And that market stall is going to go up. And with that, we should have a new point of call for food for everybody. So we can keep our workers, I say workers, they are workers, but they're also our villagers. So Villarreal is now a village. New ruler title unlocked, Lord and Lady. And we've got one of our villagers wanting to chat to us. So you can edit any constructed buildings by pressing the edit building button. You can move and rotate any building parts. Some building parts can be scaled up and down. Multi-building parts can be improved further with new parts. Monuments can be improved with additional parts and sub-buildings. So as we go along, we will start to kind of grow on this market, because currently we've just got a berry stall, but we're going to expand this market later on, start selling all sorts of stuff to our villagers. So once Margarona hits the market stall, here she comes, we can start to distribute these berries. She's just going to go and pick some of those berries up to fill up his stock. There she goes. He's off to stock up her market stall. There we go. So we've got berries available. And our hungry villagers can come and feed their bellies. So I think we've hit capacity on wood at the moment. So let's pull somebody off being a woodcutter, I think, for now. Or actually, they might be better off just waiting. No, let's pull somebody off. And we'll put them on stone for the time being, because we're quite low on stone at the moment. We could do with some more. Let's put them on stone. So we've got an extra miner in there. And as everyone starts to come in, get themselves fed, we're losing some of these flowers in the middle, which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, it's got to be done. As people are walking over these, they're bound to get kind of destroyed. That's fine. It's still absolutely gorgeous either way. We've got some more growing in there, so they are going to keep coming back as well. But no, this is looking absolutely lovely so far. And we've got space for more people. So once everyone is quite happy and word gets around of our nice little settlement, then hopefully we'll get some new villagers that will want to come and move in. And everyone coming up for a snack. Who are we still waiting on? Ferrandus needs to stop cutting wood for a minute and come and get some food. Where is Ferrandus? Let's find out where you are. Ferrandus is just chilling. You're just chilling by the fire. I respect it. Having a lovely little time in the middle of the woods out here. Are you not hungry yet, bud? Can't tempt you with a tasty little snack of berries? Yeah? Yeah, sounds tempting. Lovely. Off he goes. Have a little drink on the way. And there we go. We've got our happiness goal. Perfect. So, moving on. A business-minded villager A business-minded villager proposes creating a trade route with your closest neighbour, Northbury, to sell resources for profit and obtain items that cannot be produced locally. Northbury needs planks, so you should start with those. So, we need to start building some planks. Some buildings are not available at the start of the game. You'll need to unlock them from the progression screen. Unlocking them requires you to reach their tier, which might require a certain number of prosperity and estate splendor. Once there, you must pay a certain amount of coins or influence to unlock them for your village. So, we need to find a way to make some planks. I think we've actually... Oh, it's just given us the sawmill straight away, so that's great. We can add the sawmill into our little industrial region here. And I think next to the lumber mill makes the most sense. We'll make sure that it's this side, so we're not creating a worse environment for these guys to live. Let's slow this down while we get this set up. Right on time, we've got some new villagers. Welcome to the village. You are welcome to move on right in. And they can then work in our sawmill, I believe. So we obviously need space to store some of this stuff. So we need to try and unlock the warehouse. So we've got storage here. So we've got a warehouse, which is used for storing and trading raw resource, material goods, and luxury types of resources. And we also get the granary, which is used for storing and trading rustic food, refined food, raw food, and luxurious food. Perfect. So let's unlock this. We've got some new buildings. And then also, along with this, once we get these down, I think maybe having these close to the centre of town, this isn't necessarily a bad thing for people to live next to. They don't dislike it, which is great. I think having these close to the market makes the most sense. So maybe we'll put a bit of storage over here. I think we'll have our granary there. That looks quite nice with the wall overhanging there. Requirements have not been met. All the costs can't be paid. So maybe we can't actually build the granary yet. Requires one resource depot. Okay. So I guess we can't build the granary just yet. Is this classed as resource depot? Or if I misunderstood that. We'll have our warehouse just over here, I think. Or maybe down here, actually. Have our warehouse kind of there. Perfect. And then I'd also like to build a granary if it will let me this time. We'll build a granary there as well. Just like that. Perfect. There we go. So we'll get a bit of storage around this village centre. I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's just have another look at the common path. So we could unlock fishing. We have got a lot of water around. We can unlock bridges and village fences. We're going to need bridges at some point, but we don't need them just yet, so we'll leave that for now. With the fishing, I'm not sure if we need to actually have kind of fish. So we have got some fish there. That might be a nice spot for a fisherman, to be honest, to get these fish in the river. We've got another one over here. There's a few in this lake. So yeah, I think if we popped a fisherman down here to fish up these, that might be a good idea. I'm going to do that. So we'll grab the fishing hut as well. And let's pop this. Part of the building must be in the water. That's actually, irritatingly, just outside of our region. So I don't think we can actually get those fish. This is useful to see what we've got available though. So maybe once we expand down here, it might make more sense to get all 3 of these rather than getting this one. But that's fine. I'm not disappointed that we've unlocked that for later. Once we get some of these going, we'll be in a good spot. Our sawmill is coming together quite nicely. I do still like the idea of having this all as a residential district though. And ideally we move this lumber mill situation to like up here later on. So I think maybe when we expand we will come this way. I wonder if I can actually unlock expansion yet. I'm not sure. I don't think I can. There we go. We'll have a little look at the world map at how we're getting on. We've got our little thriving village in the middle there. And I like the idea. Maybe actually we put our manor house over here to kind of oversee from our own little private island. That might be nice. And I think if we work down this way, we can also go over and have a bit more of a settlement on this side. That would be a nice little flow with the manor house up here. But obviously we're talking kind of much longer term because, you know, it looks a lot bigger on the map compared to the distance here. But that's fine. We'll get over there in no time at all. How are we doing on berries and that kind of thing? I know could quite easily run out of things, but I think we're okay for now. So let's assign our new villagers to this brand new sawmill so they can start producing some planks for us. And then let's prioritize the warehouse, but to do that we need these carpenters to start working. I wonder what else we've got in here. Wooden bridge we're going to need eventually. Fence we could use to kind of pop some fences down around our paths and that kind of thing and get that looking good. But for now, I don't think we need it just yet. We've got some more houses that have gone in. I think this one's new down here. That's also looking very nice. You need to put a window in that house just there. That'll be a lovely little spot for a morning coffee in your living room, just overlooking the lake. It's absolutely gorgeous. But let's give our carpenters a bit of a chance. So they're starting to produce some planks, which is ideal. We'll speed this up and give them a chance to make some of that stuff. Still doing very well on berries. We're not getting through those as quick as I thought we might. Stone is being used now. I think we've already allocated some to this stuff, so we've maybe got one too many miners if we need to pull someone off. Got some more villagers coming in, just as we were trying to kind of decide where to put people. Welcome to the village, guys. We've got 2 new villages. Apparizio. You can start working in the sawmill. And we'll look who else is unemployed. So maybe another woodcutter. Might be a good idea. So we don't run out of these logs while we're producing planks. But then also, once this is built, we're going to need somebody to run the granary. So we'll have to decide who's going to go in there. I think potentially one of these miners can come back off. So let's take Garita off mining for now. We definitely need to pump out some planks. And the woodcutters I'm happy with. Garita, you are now the transporter for the granary. And in the granary we're going to have our berries. So she can start bringing those berries over. This is not her. It's Margarona filling up her store again. We've got our granary in there. Start filling that full of food so that Margarona doesn't have to keep leaving the stall and coming down here. We just keep all of our food here right next to the market so we can distribute all of that nicely. We've got a few planks coming through. There we go. I'm just waiting on a couple more planks to come out. These carpenters are working hard. Well, one of them is. 2 of them are taking a break at the moment. That's absolutely fine. You can't expect them to work all the time. Our builders are chilling. We've actually got another house going in here. Which again is a lovely spot for a house. I think what I might do is... We did actually extend the residential, I think, far enough. Yeah, I like the idea of having a little bit of tree coverage to block off where these miners are working. Because you don't want to see that from your back window, really. It's going to be a bit noisy for these guys in here, though. Listening to that out their back door. But, you know, if it was me, I probably would have moved in over here. But that's okay. We've got our last plank coming in. The warehouse is going up. So I think with the warehouse, I'll probably take one of these carpenters back off. And we'll pop that carpenter on warehouse duty. And our warehouse, we want to start accepting planks, definitely. And wood and stone. You now have access to the Royal Book. The Royal Book contains useful information and various features like the capability to establish trade routes with your neighbours. So let's start having a little look at what we can do in terms of trade. This is a much better view of our villages. But we can now trade some planks. So I would like to keep at least, let's say, 20 planks. And we need to unlock a trade route. So let's have a look at this. What we can sell, we need to try and sell some planks. So we need to stockpile a few. I think the only one we can sell planks to is this first one. So we'll wait until we've stockpiled some planks and we'll look at unlocking that. We've got a couple new villagers we can welcome to the town. So we've assigned our 2 new villagers. We are getting a little bit tight on housing, I think, at the moment. Yeah, we don't have much space left in our residential zone. Let's probably remove this woodcutting area, just so we don't have anything overlapping. We'll keep this nice and clean. And we'll just work towards that 20 planks for now. We've got our carpenter working at the full capacity, so it shouldn't be long. And we can set up that trade route. Let's have a little look at the progression tab. We did get fish in. I don't think we need either of these for now. I think we'll potentially unlock some more stuff shortly. And hopefully we can allocate some of this gold somewhere. Although currently we don't really have any gold coming in. If you have a look at our budget, you can see that we've actually spent quite a bit on construction and upkeep. The forester camp especially is taking up a bit of money, so we need to figure out how to get a bit more money coming in. But hopefully by selling some planks, even though they're only one each, hopefully we can up our income just a little bit. We might actually also want to buy some things. Tools might be useful, because we're using those in a lot of our construction at the moment, and we don't actually have a way of making tools currently, so we'll look into that when we get the opportunity. But for now, I think we've hit that 20. Once these planks reach the warehouse, there they go. Lovely. We've got 21 planks in there. We should be able to open our trade route. There it is. So I want to maybe hang on to about 30 planks. Just so we've got enough in the tank to be able to sell stuff, to be able to build stuff, excuse me. And then everything above 30 we can sell on and try and get a bit more money coming in. So we've got a little pop-up here. You've made great strides recently. A light-hearted woman recognises your progress and thanks you on behalf of her folks for your hard work. To help manage the village and enact new mandates, she suggests building a manor house and a great hall. So, it's time to expand our territory. So let's have a little look at what we've got available. We could get a bridge and go over this way. That is an option, but I don't think we're going to do that just yet. We could go down this way, which would, I believe, unlock a few fishing spots that we could use. There is one that's just on the edge of that border there, so I don't know. There is also one here by the looks of it, so we could get some fish running. We could also go this way, which actually, just in terms of like raw space, is probably a good shout. And it also places us nicely between the river and this little lake here. This might actually be a nice fishing lake. Yeah, we've got some fish right there. And a few more over here as well. And a few more. So we could set this island up as a little kind of fishing spot, which might be quite nice. Get some of these fish. I think for now we're going to expand this way, which gets us a bit more stone. And potentially we start building kind of houses down towards the lake. And we could put our manor house up here in the middle maybe. This might be a nice spot to put our little town hall because it's quite central. And when we do start expanding that way, this would be kind of the middle of our town. So let's go ahead and take this one. And we've unlocked Common Path Tier 2. Your first monument. Monuments represent the greatness of your village. They are an assemblage of multiple buildings called sub-buildings, each with its own function. The first step to making a monument is to choose an initial sub-building you wish to add, then design it as you would for a multi-part building. Don't worry about deciding which sub-building to build first, as you can add as many sub-buildings as you wish and then edit them afterwards. Perfect. So, we need to acquire the manor house in the progression menu, so let's have a little look at that. So we've now got multiple different paths that we can progress down. So first off, we've unlocked Tier 2 of the Common Path. Have a little look at this. So we've got access to clothing. This gives us a sheep farm. We can start producing some wool and cloth. We also can start farming, making bread, which would be a fantastic option because I think the berries are actually quite limited and we don't want to run out of food for our population. We could also get some more decorations, which might be nice. We don't have much to work with at the moment. We can start really making our town look quite pretty. We could sell some goods. We could get some polished stone. We could also make some tools, which is going to be something that we need. Iron ore. I think that rock down there by the miners is actually an iron rock. It looked like it had iron in there. We've also got a charcoal hut to turn trees into coal, so that's going to come in very handy. We could improve our storage. We can unlock an edict for the village. Not sure what that does, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And we can also hunt down some boar in exchange for meat. So all of this very viable. I think probably we'll start farming and clothing as soon as we can. This one in labour lets me unlock the manor house, which is what we're going to do straight away. So we'll get that now. We can also get a castle. It allows the recruiting, training and housing of an army. So I don't know if we actually need combatants yet. I haven't seen any sort of threat, but I'm sure we will at some point. And then we can also go down a religious path. So we can create a rustic church and get some monks and nuns and chapels, and they can actually produce herbs and berries by the looks of it, and vegetables. So we'll get to this eventually as well. But for now, let's build our new manor house. So let's take a little look at this. We've got new building parts as well, which is pretty cool. I think they were part of the village market, so we can expand on the market, which should be fun. But we're going to build our manor house, and I think we're going to build it up here. We've got some new villagers coming in. Let's say hello to them as they arrive. Hello guys, welcome, welcome. And welcome to our village. Let's immediately slot you in somewhere, because I'm sure we've got some work that you can do. We'll grab another miner, and perhaps another builder, because we're about to build our manor. And then we'll start working on this. It's saying that I don't have enough housing, so maybe before we get started on building this, we actually put some more housing in. I'm going to expand the woodcut in just a little bit to about there. And if we grab our forester camp, we'll make sure we reforest this as well. And then we'll put down some extra space for residential. Now I'm thinking, when manor goes here, we'll have some residential down this way. Yeah, and then maybe actually we go all the way along with this and have a big kind of residential district all down here along this water. Might be really nice. We'll actually give plenty of space for them to start expanding. Now let's go ahead and start building our manor. So we're going to come up here. We'll go for a great hall first. Manor hall minor should be fine. And then we'll pop this down over this way. And we'll put it, say like that, looks nice. We'll grab a little tower, maybe. We don't want to go too crazy on this build from the get-go. Because it does cost resources. It's quite a lot of resources to build this stuff. But we'll make that tower a little bit bigger. Maybe we'll grab this and make that a little bit taller as well. That looks quite nice there. We obviously need an entrance. So we'll put the entrance on this side. And ooh, we can change the colour as well. So maybe we brighten up this roof a bit, because it's a bit dark at the moment. We'll pop that on all of those. And then let's put maybe a chimney on this back end. Do we need a heavy one? I don't know. Let's try the narrow one. Oh, it's got... requires to be attached. Oh, that just goes on the roof. That's quite nice. There we go. Perfect. And maybe we put an extra little room here. I like to try and snap it on the end. There we go, just like that. That's great. We'll make sure we sort that roof as well. And that should just about do it for the manor house, to be honest. It looks pretty nice. I think we need a visitor location just to show where the visitors are going to wait to speak to me. So that's fine, we can go there. And It's just a bit of decoration for the outside. You know, no, let's put a weather vane on the top. I think that adds a nice little touch to that. Maybe even down here. No, let's put it up top. Put it a little off kilter as well. That'll do it for our kind of Great Hall area. And then we can add some sub-buildings. So let's put a tax office there as well. And for the tax office, I guess we can come in this side. I'd like to have it all attached for the time being, but obviously in future we can expand this and have kind of multiple buildings. And I quite like the idea of having the tax office just off to the side here. And that might just about do it. Maybe we snap it in a little bit. No, that's too symmetrical. We can't do that kind of symmetry. Maybe we'll pop it up one. That looks lovely. I'm very happy with how that looks. So let's go ahead and build this. So we've got an entrance being built. And yeah, we're gonna have a room. This is quite a lot of planks and stone and tools, but I think we should get by. We've got some planks on the way already. The stone we're pretty much there actually, and the tools we've got. So I'm not too worried about this. It should be fine. We'll take their time bringing some stuff over and starting to build on this. There we go. Bring in all these materials. We do need to get some more planks going. But we did put a cap of 30 that we're going to hang on to, so that's totally fine. We are going to need a tax collector, interestingly. So I think what we can potentially do is if we take Leonor off building, Leonor can become our tax collector. There we go. And we can start collecting some taxes and get some money coming in. Now, I put some residential in here. I'm thinking kind of up in this direction. I might put a bit of farmland. Where's our territory get up to? Yes, we could actually get farming and start to get a few farms up here. Let's jump back into our progression. I think I'd like to get clothing and I'd like to get farming. So we're going to have a bit of work cut out to get these things started, but that's absolutely fine. I think we'll do the food production first. We've got a bit of upfront cost for some of this stuff, and we are running a bit low on gold, but that is no problem at all. So let's get our wheat farm up first. I'm just going to have another look at the residential. So in this kind of back territory behind this rock is where we want to go. So we'll get our wheat farm. Pop that down here. Just like this. Lovely. And then what we'll also do is we need a windmill. We'll put that next to the farm because that obviously makes sense. I think I quite like that kind of contrast in there, which is lovely. And then we also need a bakery, but I feel like the bakery could be close to the town. We'll welcome these new villagers in. The bakery could actually be in the town down here because the smell of fresh bread in the village centre is just going to be delightful for everyone. So let's pop this down here. Oh yeah, that looks lovely in there. Absolutely love that. Maybe we go something like this. We'll make sure that we up the priority on this because we definitely want that finished first. But then hopefully we get our bakery going and get our windmill in our wheat farm. And then on top of that, we also unlocked goods production. So with this, we can start to farm some sheep. I wonder if for this wheat farm I need to assign a space for fields, or if it just kind of happens. We'll see. We'll find out. I think with the sheep farm, this is not a very desirable place for nearby housing. So let's pop the sheep kind of over here, and then we can have... It makes sense to go with the kind of farming section. So we pop the sheep farm in here. And then we can probably get access to this stone as well, because I'm sure this other stone is going to run out. I don't know how I can see that, but I'm sure it probably will run out at some point. So we'll build our sheep farm there. And then we need our weaver to go with it. And again, this makes a lot of sense to be kind of nearby. We'll pop that in here next to the sheep. Makes a lot of sense there. And we don't actually have the money for that yet, so that's fine. We should have some money starting to come in soon. That will keep our positioning, so we can kind of plan it out. Because then we're going to want the tailor's workshop as well. And again, I think that probably makes sense. Kind of being in this kind of sheep farm square, if that makes sense. So we've got the sheep, and then we're weaving it and turning it into clothes, like all in one spot. I think that's going to work quite nicely together. We can maybe actually... Yeah, no, I think I like that there. Move this in a little bit. I like to have a little kind of square for our wool production. I think that makes sense. That's overshadowing the sheep a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So we've got our little outcropping. Got some wheat production here. I like it. I like how that's laid out. How are we getting on with our manor house? We are still working on planks. We should have the stone ready to go. But, yeah, we've got one plank on the way here. Surely you can fit more planks, but that's fine. This is quite a big construction, obviously. And you can kind of see the path's already started to head up to our kind of farming area, which is going to look great when it's finished. Got a few more houses coming in here. We've got some berry bushes in their garden. That's quite nice. We've got a lot of unemployment from our newbies that joined, so let's assign them somewhere. We'll get some more builders to help with all of this new build that's going on. How many have we got to work with? So we've got 3 people. I think we're fine for food for the time being. I think maybe let's get some more transporters, especially for that goods one. We definitely need to keep the builders, the woodcutters and the carpenters, definitely. I think I'm kind of overflowing on stone for the time being, so I'll take one of my miners off. And we're going to need farmers on the wheat farm. Yeah, I think we'll go for the wheat farm and the windmill. And potentially the bakery as well. Those 3, I think we'll get the food started. So we'll pop one on there. And the windmill. And yeah, we just got one finishing up there. We'll give them a minute to get to their new jobs. What have we got here? We've got a trader. Can I buy something from them? No. Not quite sure how I buy from them. According to the rule set in the book. Okay, so he's carrying kind of 25 of each thing. I guess he's going to turn up every now and again and check if we've got things. And that's when he'll take things away. Obviously we're using all of our planks at the moment, so he's got nothing to take home with him today. Sorry, buddy. This is starting to turn into a real thriving town down here. Starting to get some odd pathways going though, because I guess... yeah. Are berries? Are they... I feel as though he's going for kind of some odd berry bushes down here, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And he's got berries right next to him. Perhaps these berries are outside of our current territory. No, they are inside. Either way, that's totally fine. Maybe this is his house. No, we've got a forester. Oh, so I suppose the forester is coming this way to get home. Which again, that makes a lot of sense. Also got some newbies coming to town. Hello guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make yourselves at home. So we've got 4 workers to play with currently. Let's see where we need workers. So we're going to need more farmers. I think until this gets up and running, we might struggle. We can't actually assign anyone here yet, so we'll pop some more transporters down. We'll get another miner for the time being and another forager, so we might as well stockpile some goods while we're waiting. And how is our manor house looking? So, seat of your rule, when mandates are upheld and envoys are received, multiply this building's spender value by 1.5. Allows you to promote villagers to higher statuses. What can we do in terms of mandates? I don't want to levy my villagers. I do need a bit of money, but I think we're already struggling to keep people happy until we get them some good food. What about promoting anyone? Can we do something here? For eligibility, villagers' needs must have been met once. Those promoted will have new needs. I don't think I can provide most of this yet, so we're not going to promote anyone. We can't right now anyway, but we will come back to that later on. Starting to see this manor house come together. We're almost there on the planks that we need. This turned into a lovely little housing district down here. This house particularly, nestled in the woods there, that's absolutely gorgeous. Your front door opening out onto this water. You've got fish right there. That's really, really nice. You know, if you can get a little fishing hut there at the end of your garden and just go at that, that'll be lovely. This is really starting to come together now. Starting to see the village really come to life, which is lovely to see. We started off with obviously nothing here at all. Got a lot of these pathways. Like, this is a bustling city centre at the moment. So get to this bakery soon. Just waiting on 4 more planks to come through. We've got a few coming in here. Look at this. This game is so gorgeous, honestly. It looks like we've already moved in. We've got some smoke coming up from the chimney there. Looking very homely. Lovely. So, we've still got some people kind of sitting around waiting. Our tax collector can't really do much at the moment. We can assign tools to this warehouse because it probably makes more sense. I'm not sure where they're being stored at the moment, but just in storage, wherever the storage is. It might be in our... yeah, we've got temporary storage here. I guess this is the wagon that we came in on at the very beginning. I don't really want to purchase anything right now. It's prompting me to purchase some tools, but I don't think that's actually going to work for what we need right now. The stone is on the way. Is this our stone? It is. This should just about finish up what we are trying to build. We just need that last tool. Get rid of this notification because that is going to draw my attention. And this is the last of our tools, and we should be able to finish off our manor house, which is very exciting. Watch this come together. There we go. So that is actually, I think, the Great Hall aspect of it done. And then this is our tax office. Lovely. Need more help? No, I think we're good. We've got a new building available. So we can build a rustic church, which is exciting. The villagers don't have anything else to teach you yet. As you face any challenges, they will offer additional advice. Lovely. We've got a courier incoming. Here he comes. We've got 2 couriers, in fact. Like normal buildings, monuments can be improved by adding new sub-buildings and editing existing ones. You can also change the function of a sub-building or destroy any sub-building you want. Got it. I wonder what our courier has got to say. Kingdom acknowledges your hard work in establishing your settlement. Gain 100 gold. Well, thank you very much. It's lovely. Your treasure appears to be low these days. As the leader of this village, you have the authority to collect funds from your villagers. However, contributions will be reluctant. Levies should only be used in urgent situations, as they can significantly decrease your villagers' happiness over several weeks. So I did kind of have that impression, which is why we didn't do the levy before. I don't think it's worth levying the villagers right now. I'd rather not take the happiness hit, because we're only at 63%. Let's make sure we're fulfilling all of their needs first. And we might consider that later if we really need it. We've got another messenger on the way in. I think that we should look at adding in a nice church in a second. I'm keen to see what these villagers have got to say. The elders, the much respected leading men and women among the region's labourers, heard of your village and wished to make themselves useful to your people. They brought welcoming gifts, mainly tools, to ease your villagers' lot, then pledged their assistance. Lovely. Thank you very much. I will take those tools. They are much needed. Perfect. So, we want to start building our church, I think. It's going to be our next thing. I'm quite tempted to let this wheat farm get going first, though. We are struggling for planks at the moment. But that's fine. They will come with time. Collecting taxes. The villagers were concerned they might not have enough coins to develop a prosperous village. After much deliberation, they decided to build a tax office and contribute by sharing some of their earnings through a house tax. Every villager will contribute to the community. I think I do need to tax people. So let's start figuring that out. So we've got the manor house. The tax office is being prioritised. We're just waiting on planks. And we've got our tax collector in place. So once we have that in place, I believe we can start collecting some taxes. Now I don't think I've got access to it yet. I'm not sure where we'll find that, but we'll give it time. We need to wait for these planks to come in. So we've got one more on the way. There it is. That should be enough to get our tax office going. And meanwhile, we've got a few more people coming through. How are we doing in terms of water? Are we okay with just one well still? I think we might be. I love that this bush in the middle has survived as well. It's the little things, eh? There we go. So, have we got anything for you guys to do yet? I'm not sure we do. We definitely want people on our farms. We'll take one farmer. And then we probably need a windmill and an operator and a baker to go in the middle of town, so I'm wondering if the baker actually distributes it itself, or if I need to start expanding the market. Can I move this around once I've placed it? I'm not sure I can. I can move it around, okay. So I think having a kind of market street would be nice. And then moving the bakery to be more kind of down here. Makes a lot of sense to me. And we'll turn this market into a whole market street. Perfect. Try not to destroy our bakery with chopping these trees down, ideally. Someone's come to speak to me. Tax office now stands in the village, promising order and prosperity. Though some villagers might grumble, they know their coins are paving the way to a brighter, safer future for all. Perfect. So, taxation. Taxation is a type of income available for the labour estate. You can dispatch tax collectors from the tax office to collect coins from your villagers. The weight of each residential tax can be set on the taxes page of the Royal Book. Increasing taxes will let you earn more coins at the cost of villagers' happiness. Higher status villages mean higher revenue, while higher density housing means more coins accumulating in one place. Lovely. So let's have a look at our taxation page. So currently we've got up to six coins per serf. We need to up this. Ooh, we don't need that much. I don't want to affect their happiness. Let's take 28 a month. That should be plenty. 5% tax on housing. That should do us for now. There we go. So we should have some taxes coming in. Leonore is working. She's in the tax office, working away. I think that should just apply straight away, hopefully. And then hopefully Leonore is going to start going out and collecting a bit of money for us. Where are you going with these planks? Are you building my farm? You are, by the looks of it. Excited to get this going. Right. So now that we've got that up, let's work on expanding this market, I think. So if we edit this, we've got a few new tents. So if we grab some stalls, I'm trying to think. So I'm gonna have some bread. So I need a bread stall. We'll grab this one, and we want to rotate this. Like that. We want to have some stalls along this road, I think, would look really cool. So we'll apply those changes, and let's add another stall across the street. Just like so. And maybe we'll give it a bit of a fancier awning on this one. The red market tent should be fine. Perfect. We'll start to expand our market kind of up this road, I think. Would look pretty cool to have our kind of central market space. And oh, we've got this working away. Can we see our budget? So I think I should have some taxes coming in. Although our upkeep is pretty low right now. I'm not sure how long it takes for this to apply. Expected per month. So we are on month 3, so that will probably start to trickle in. It's currently on 3 times. She's not collecting any tax. Where's my tax? Where's my money? Come on. What are we doing in terms of this stuff then? They're not happy with the taxes, but that's fine. Housing we need to work on. I think we're quite low on builders, if I'm honest. There's some lovely little houses in amongst the trees down here. The kind of forest district. Another one going up on this hill. The wheat farm is coming together. Once we get this windmill and the bakery up, we should be in a good spot. So let's, for the time being, we'll speed up time a little bit. So we can start to get some of that money coming through. And then we need to think about where we're going to put our church. So I think maybe in this section here might be a good option. To keep the kind of, you know, keep people holy as they're on their way to pay their taxes. I'm not sure if the tax collector goes out to get the taxes, but I haven't seen her actually wandering around yet. That's fine. If she can sit there and just have people bring the money to her, I mean, even better. But what we do need to do is start designing our church. So let's go ahead and do that. I think so. We've got a rustic thatch chapel and rustic thatch nave. What have we got here? Yeah, so I think we pop it in this nook here. Is a good look. Something like that. And then it definitely needs a bell tower. A merchant is approaching your village. No access to rustic food. That's fine. Let's slow this back down a little bit. The bishop is looking to build a few chapels along the pilgrimage route. One of his merchants noticed your woodcutter camps and wants to make you an offer. Okay. The estate expects a large number of resources to be delivered within a month. So, okay, so we can get some points towards religion, which is pretty cool. Not interested in lowering its offer, but you can attempt to persuade them. 90% chance that the offer sours. I think we can trade them 50 wood. We're doing pretty well on our wood production. I can actually confirm delivery right now and just give them the 15 wood and take that gold. Thank you very much. You delivered the goods on time. Much to the merchant's delight. We've also got a new guy waiting here. Let's we'll let him in while we wait for some stuff to grow. Looks like we've got the wheat farm up and running. So we need to plant a crop field. I think it makes the most sense to go in here, right? Field is too small for the current amount of workers. Okay. Do it all around the windmill and let's not have it too close to the manor house. And we're probably going to need space for sheep, but we can do that around the back here. Like that sort of rounded shape. That's perfect. Cool, so they should start going out and planting some wheat. And then this windmill can start going. So let's go back to our church. What we're going to need is a doorway. I think we pop our doorway in there. And then where's our steeple go? We could just have a little bell there. I think I quite like a tower though. Something like that. Yeah. Have a bit of a higher one. Not higher than the manor though, we can't do that. There's no way. Something like that. Looks great. And then maybe we actually put some kind of gravestones. We could put a few of these windows in maybe. Oh, we've actually got windows on the side. I could actually put a bit of a kind of side piece on there. No, this is a bit bigger than the size of the church. I don't think it actually needs it, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. We could put a few graves out the front. Quite like these statues. I'll maybe put 2 of those in. Although we don't have the rustic stone yet. Do you know what? I think for now, let's just leave as is. And when we've got a bit more resource to play with, we can come back. That is absolutely fine. So let's just make sure we didn't miss any sub-buildings. No, we didn't. That should be good. So we've got our church going in there. Are you starting to plant the fields? No. I think we probably need a well up here as well. I think it just makes sense to have a well up near the farm. So let's do another well. Just in the middle of the wheat field. Seems to make sense to me. They're obviously going to need some water to keep their plants watered and fed, and obviously can't expect them to come all the way back down here to the village centre to do that, so lovely. I'm working on the rustic food. It is coming, don't you worry. This is obviously next on the list. I'm not sure what's going on with the taxes, whether she kind of collects tax on the last day. Where is she? Says it's working fine. So I guess we'll wait and we'll see. Got some planks coming in for the construction of the windmill, I hope. Yeah, and that should finish off the windmill. And then we probably need to prioritise the bakery after that, so we can get some bread out for everybody. That's a refined food, so we don't have any rustic food. Oh, we do have the rustic food. It's because I moved this. That's the issue. I need to prioritise this. Currently people can't get any food because I changed the market stall. That is absolutely my bad. Nah, the refined food will be coming, but for the time being we need to get this out as soon as possible. Got the cloth, we've got the wood, should be fine. Just need to give it a little bit more time for everyone to get there. Let's see if we can't slot a few more people in. So let's decide on a village priest. And we're going to need somebody for the windmill. Tempted to get more space for builders. Take a little snapshot here. Gonna make use of this. Well, that's a very nice little addition. We've got a really interesting path. I guess this is where people are coming in from, along the waterfront, which is quite nice. I guess they're trying to get into our district as quick as possible. Not sure why they're not going through the woods, but there we are. Got a nice little residential bit coming on here. I like the look of that. And then obviously we've got our foresters working there. Definitely keen on the fishing hut here once we get that far. And then I'm hoping this is iron ore. We're going to have to wait and see. We need to get this back up and running as soon as possible because people are getting very happy. Even though we've got loads of berries, they're not thinking to go to the granary. They need someone to sell it to them at the market. Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, you know, in real life you wouldn't kind of make your way to the like directly to the producers, would you? So let's get some millers. So we can start to get people working in our windmill. Our field is coming together. I really like how this farm looks already. I'm probably going to have to plant some... look at them just kind of spewing out. There we go. That's lovely. We've got a nice bit of wheat planted there. Which is beautiful. Here's our millers coming to work. Off into the windmill. Is this going to start working? Doesn't have any raw materials, so we're waiting for the wheat to start coming through. We probably need somewhere to store the wheat, to be honest. This has got the storage for now. Over here, we're going to assign bread. But we obviously need to get some bread. And then we can potentially move people around again. We've got access to our food again, which is perfect. I think people were suffering a little bit without that. And then we'll use this to store bread. Down here, I don't know if we need to store tools. We probably need to work on expanding this very soon. But we will get to that. So I wonder if we've got anyone that we can spare. I think potentially one of our foragers can come and work on this market stall. So once we start getting some bread here. Currently sowing the wheat. It's going to be a little while, I suppose, until it becomes available. We've got a courier on the way in. Where are you? Here he comes along the water. Up towards the village. What have you got for me, sir? An isolated community of fishermen is looking for a kind-hearted builder. They need help constructing a bridge to connect their village to the rest of the realm. They don't have much to offer, but they promise to spread the word about your generosity amongst the labourers. Okay. So I could have my best builder draw them a blueprint. 90% chance this is successful, and we get 10 points. 10% chance that it's confusing, and they... I still get a bonus from it, it's just not as much, so that's fine. Or I could hire someone for them and get guaranteed. I think I'll let my builder handle it. Perfect, and he smashed that out of the park. So our labour influence is looking very nice. I need to get to 25 labour influence. Is that what we've got here? Or do we spend it? Ah, so beyond this first one, we're actually spending labour influence to unlock more things, which is good to know. We probably at some point need to work on getting some more food in, but I'm conscious that we've got a lot of buildings going on at the moment, and we are kind of a bit slow on our wood and planks in particular we're struggling with. Hopefully our carpenters are getting a little bit more proficient and are starting to speed up on that front. The bakery is going up next by the looks of it. And once we've got our bakery, we can start producing that bread. So our wheat fields are starting to grow. And watch these guys out work in the fields. Who's got no access to rustic food? There is access to rustic food. No, she's currently not on the stall, that's what it is. She's allowed to have a break. You can give her a break. Oh, we've got some taxes coming in. Let's see what our tax collector is up to. I guess the villagers come to me to pay their taxes then, because she is not kind of knocking down doors trying to find people. Well, that's good. Improving lumber camps. Your woodcutters can't keep up with the demand. Exhausted, they plea for more villagers to help. They also suggested recruiting a forester, as it would ensure ample forest in the future. So I've already got a forester with a reforestation zone. Acquire a lumber camp improvement in the progression menu. Improve your lumber camp with at least one improvement and assign a new woodcutter. I can go about doing that. So let's do that right now. Let's get the lumber camp improvement. And we've got lots of new building parts available for our lumber camp. So if we have a look at this, this looks like it's now become an editable building. And what I want to do is assign an extra worker. So I could do a limbing post, I could do a napping post, a snoring post. We've got a stewing post. 2 worker capacity for those. That's pretty cool. Maximum of 1 per building, so that's where the limitation comes in. And then we've got some decorative stuff. I think let's put in. So this extends out, which is cool. I like this. So it kind of extends out from where the lumber camp is. I don't know if it needs to be connected or if it's just kind of nearby. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't need to be right next to it. That's cool. So you can kind of build it out into like a little work zone, which is good to know. I might add a little napping post out in the woods here, you know? Let's put a hammock maybe like up here between these trees. Although they're going to cut the trees down, so it doesn't make much of a difference, but we'll pop that in there. And then that will give us a slot for an extra woodcutter. I wonder if I can also edit the sawmill at some point and improve that. Well, this is obviously going to turn into like a bustling lumber camp down here, which is very cool. We've got a new worker coming in. Welcome, welcome. Let's have a look at how everyone's distributed at the moment. So we've got 2 out of 6 millers. We're going to need a bakery next, a baker next. So let's wait for this to finish. We need 1 more plank, and then it's good to go. That should be on the way. We are kind of struggling for villagers, you know. It's not ideal, to be honest. Our money went up a little bit. So we got 10 taxes. So we're currently at 10. So we've taxed 20 people. That is going to slowly rise, I think. We have a look at our taxes. We should... Yeah, so we should be getting 32 per month. But I guess it depends on the people themselves and how much they can afford, so... Got our merchant coming in. It would be nice to buy some things, but... Sadly we can't do that right now. We could have another little look at the trade routes that we've got available. So the next one wants clothes, which we will unlock soon, but not just yet. We could sell bread to Trotbury. So we do have the influence to do that. We're also going to have bread available here, and we can sell bread to Davenport. So that's fine. I think we'll just wait. We'll wait for now. We haven't actually sold anything on this trade route yet. That's probably why we're struggling a little bit with our gold, but you know, we're not in a rush to level it up. Our wheat has grown, and that just looks gorgeous. Once they start harvesting this, it looks beautiful up here. Get a nice little look at this. Gorgeous. So once they start harvesting this, then we'll have enough to start making our flour. And we've got the planks on the way here. Thune is bringing the planks. Where is he? Is this a Thune? Yeah. She, pardon me. And our bakery is coming together. I've got another courier on the way as well. So we'll see what they want. Comes our courier. What do you need, sir? The fishermen are thankful for the blueprint, as the bridge will help bring their community to the forefront. As thanks, they would like to trade a fair number of fish for some of your stones. I would love some fish, that would be great. I might even think about putting a fishing hut down the bottom here to see if we can get that one little fishing node. So we can give them 25 stone for some fish, or we can trade influence. You can take some of my stone. I'm looking very good on stone at the moment. That is lovely. So can we put fish in our granary? We can. And that means that we need another market stall. So let's add in a fish stall further up the road here. Like that, and we'll make it blue because that makes the most sense to me. And we'll assign fish to this last one. And what I would also like, I wonder if this is, I don't think that's quite within our range, unfortunately. We can't quite afford to expand either, so we'll have to wait on that one. How much money have we made from tax? It's expected to go up, but currently it's saying I've only got 10 from tax this month. I'm tempted to actually tax them a little bit more. Maybe we'll wait for the bread to come in first. We've only made 10 from taxes this month, which is not ideal. And we've got 13 going out on upkeep, so starting to harvest the wheat, which is lovely. Now got wheat here, so we should be able to start working here now. We got both on free time, so we'll give them a chance to come back. I'm hoping they can just grab the wheat from here and pop it straight in. I see these guys chopping away at their fields. First coins have been collected. It's important to remember that high taxes will eventually make your people unhappy. So we'll keep the taxes low and we'll just keep things coming in. I'd rather have something coming in than annoying everybody. So there we go. Got this wheat coming through. And this is really starting to expand, hey. This is really starting to come together. Kind of blink and you'll miss it, but it's now kind of a bit of a thriving little village. It's lovely to see. We have also got a bakery up and running, so we're going to need a baker in there. We should have flour starting to come through. I wonder if we can store flour in here so you can get it from the bakery. And I want to see, once these guys come back to work, if he can start to get wheat from here. Are you back to work? Can you go and collect wheat from next door? He is off to get some wheat. There he goes. And he can start producing some flour. Lovely. So we've got our millers hard at work. We've got a new villager. Welcome aboard. And we need 3 flour to start producing bread, so that's going to take a little bit of time. I'd like to prioritize This... no, actually, I can't keep up with the demand for wood at the moment, so let's get this prioritized. Hopefully we can get some more woodcutters going, because we are struggling a little bit. Yeah, so we're not chopping enough trees to keep up with the sawmill, which is interesting. We are... Yeah, we've got enough trees within our radius, so it's just a case of kind of getting some more woodcutters on the go by the looks of it. And we are running low on cloth, so we very much need to get these going. I don't think they need cloth. They don't, thankfully. So we'll get our bakery up first, because once this is up and running, then we've got some nice food coming out, and people are going to be a lot happier with that. See if we can't get this going. That is our last tool as well, so we're going to have to potentially buy some tools from elsewhere. Got a little notification here. You ran out of tools. These precious goods are necessary for most construction efforts. Your people suggest you buy some from neighbouring villages. They won't come cheap, but it's the best you can do until you acquire a blacksmith. Okay, so we're going to have to buy tools until we can get our blacksmith rolling. That should be fine. We've got enough gold to work with for now. Our tendency is only down a little bit. So let's see if we can buy a couple of tools from nearby. I would like to make sure I've always got at least, let's say, 5 tools. And we'll buy... No, it's not going to be cheap. They are 6 gold each. So that could rapidly run out if I'm not careful. I think we probably need to shuffle people around a little bit. So let's have a little look at where everyone is set up. We definitely need the builders. We're going to need a villager here to distribute the fish that we just got. That is rustic food. That's fine. I've got 2 foragers, which are keeping up with demand at the moment. 3 carpenters. Fine. We're getting a little bit ahead on planks, but that's fine. Miners are staying on top of everything. I maybe don't need all these transporters. I think let's take a transporter off there. 2 in each is fine. I'd like to get more milling on the go, and we've got the baker. And then we just need this market up and running. We've actually got our woodcutter, so we can pop another one in there. Get that going. With these new workers, wood will flow once more. Building improvements is a great way to earn labour splendour while densifying your workplaces. Cool. First bakery. A delicious aroma drifts upon the warm wind this morning. It's your village's first bundle of bread, fresh out of the oven, to the delight of every villager and their tingling taste buds. Lovely. Happiness bonus of 10% for villagers. Excellent. So this will kind of complete itself in a minute. We need to look at getting the blacksmith by the sounds of it. That's going to cost us 50 to unlock. So actually what we need to do is start selling some goods. So once we get most of this stuff going, we can't actually distribute this stuff right now. We've got some bread coming through, so that's going to bring people's happiness up quite a lot. We're going to need to put a pasture for the sheep out the back here. This is going to start to get our cloth production going. I think we might need to kind of cut back on a few workers in a few places. So let's, I think, reduce our miners by 1 because we've got a lot of stone. And we'll assign a shepherd. This food stall is not going to get built for a little while, nor is potentially this. Yes, we're low on tools here as well. So I'd be interested to see, actually, is this part of our territory? No, it's not. Have we got access to iron? I don't think we have. Not until we expand, and we need the gold to do that. I'm banking on this being iron. So what we'll have to do, instead of making the blacksmith, is let's remove one of these, because we can't keep up with the wood demand right now. They've obviously got very good at carpentry. Let's have a little look around here. How much wheat are we sitting on? 13. That's fine. And got 11 flour, so that's starting to come out. We're going to have to work on our trade routes, I think. So from here, I think rather than distributing the bread, let's get the fish going. And we'll start accumulating a bit of bread so we can unlock some more trade routes. Currently, we don't really have anything that we can sell apart from the planks. I am going to set it up to sell some planks, because we don't need all of them, and we're actually getting very good at producing them. So let's change this to 10. And then we'll have a look what else we've got. There's nothing else that we can really make right now, which is unfortunate. We can unlock another trade route. Over here we can sell... Is that stone? No, that's polished stone. We can sell bread to them for 2. And stone might be worthwhile. But that is going to cost us influence. Whereas over here we could sell bread. And that is only going to cost us like that for the same amount. And yeah, that makes a bit more sense to me, I think. Could also unlock this one and sell them clothes. I think probably bread is the way forward. Although it would be nice to sell bread and clothes, because I'm about to be producing both of those. So that might be a better option. Let's have another little look at the progression to see what we can get with these influence points. So we can basically, we can create a tavern. So we can brew berries into berry brew. We can also expand on our manor house. We can create some fortifications for safety. We've got a bailiff. Expand the treasury. Definitely don't need to do that yet. And estate privilege slot. So I don't think that any of that is going to be useful right now, unfortunately. I might have to up taxes now that we've got some better food going out. And I think... I think we need to unlock this tooling as soon as we can. That obviously means expanding, so... Welcome to the village to all of these guys. We'll distribute these. We desperately needed more villagers, to be honest. We'll get... Make sure we've got all these farmers going. We'll have another shepherd. And the carpenter and the miner can chill. We might even take this down to 1 miner. Because we've got absolutely loads of stone at the moment. We'll get 1 more miller. Another baker. I want to start pumping out a bit more of this bread. These guys are obviously, they're waiting quite a lot for this food, so I'm wondering if I potentially expand this out this way a little bit. Really kind of maximize the space that we're using, so I can create a little bit more wheat. I'm thinking with this red that it means it's not actually going to produce much wheat. We probably don't need this section. just like that. So have this as our wheat field. And then how are we looking on... Field is too small. So we can actually just bring this up and around. Bring this right up to meet our wheat field. Wondering if... Yeah, there we go. That's an adequate size. Have a nice big pasture in the back there. I'm wondering if this is actually already taken my buildings into account. Hopefully it is. That should be plenty. So this is missing mature livestock. I'm wondering what it means by this. Oh, it's already got some young livestock in amongst the trees, look. If I can get past the camera. We've got some sheep roaming free in the woods. There we go, there's a little sheep. I was kind of hoping they would cut down these trees, but potentially we can do that ourselves. Because it would be nice to kind of build a little pasture so you can see the sheep, you know. But that's fine for now. Tools should last a while. They won't. But I love the optimism. We have got our 20 bread now. So we can unlock another trade route. I think it potentially still makes the most sense to do this one, you know. Because we can unlock both. I'm not too fussed on making a tavern just yet. So I think I'm going to do this. And what I'm going to do is start selling bread and clothes. I want to prioritize these constructions. Yeah. I mean, maybe we try and finish all of these first. Get that church, we'll get our happiness up. I'm trying to see what we've still got left that they're trying to build. This is fine. Yeah, so they're using this to build the church, and that is fine because that's going to bring the happiness way up, I believe. The services is going to be in a much better spot. But I am going to start selling this bread because it does not make sense to hold on to it when they're kind of perfectly happy with the food at the moment, especially once the service goes up. So let's see what we can do with the bread. So let's hang on to say 10 so we can keep some people happy and then sell everything above 10. I'm wondering if we've got anything else that we can sell at the moment. Barrels, common clothes, no, not really. We could sell our fish, but that's keeping us going. It would be handy to maybe try and hunt some boar, you know, because we could sell our meat. But that probably involves kind of extra steps to get that going. We really need to up taxes, I think, annoyingly. And they're not going to be happy about it, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Until we get on top of this this gold crisis. Producing resources. You are waiting on flour. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of millers, and we're not really producing that much wheat. That much flour, I mean. No, I was right the first time. Right, so I think we're going to have to up our taxes, annoyingly. I didn't want to do this, but we are going to have to. Yeah, that's much more like it. So it's basically tripling our income. We're going to take a 25% impact on happiness, but we've actually just upped the service as well, so this should be fine. we can get by with this for now. Words of your village's first church have reached the clergy. They appreciate your dedication to the faith and thus hold you in high regard. Very well. Can we get anything with this sort of progression? We can unlock a monastery. Well, that's going to be gold. We don't want that yet. We need to work towards getting these upgrades as a priority. So we've got 3 more people. We're going to run out of space for housing soon, which is going to be a bit of a problem, I think. But if we can build these, then we should probably actually hold off on those, to be honest. We'll grab these people. And let's have a little look through where our villagers are assigned. So I don't think I need 4 millers, considering I've got 3 farmers. I don't think it makes sense to have more millers than farmers. We'll keep the 2 bakers, because that's fine. We'll get another forager working. And potentially another carpenter, so we can keep selling planks, since we've got an extra woodcutter now. And then I think let's get another miner going. And we've actually finished our stall. So we could actually start distributing some bread to bring that happiness up even more. But I don't really want to be giving it to people because I want to be selling it. Housing is not looking great. But that's fine. I think we're managing. We're getting by at the moment. I think potentially butchering might be a shout. This is the priority though still. I don't really need this just yet. These would have been a priority. But no, we just need to sort out our money situation. Irritatingly, we don't really want to be distributing this bread. Waiting for this wheat to grow. Crops are looking lovely, by the way. This is looking gorgeous. Obviously got people coming in and out for water and a little rock in the middle of the field. Like it's absolutely lovely. Got quite a few sheep roaming free. Wondering if we can squeeze in a bit more residential anywhere. Because we are struggling a little bit on that front. Maybe let's pop in a few houses this way. We can always move people around later. I definitely want to keep space for a market stall though, and I don't want them too close to my house. I will allow them to kind of build up this way. Yeah, this has taken up quite a lot of space. I'll let you go down here as well, and actually you can go all the way over. It's just the stonecutter camp itself I think that people don't like living next to, so you can also come down here really if you wanted to. If we edit this, although I don't think that's actually having a negative effect, interestingly. So we should be fine just like this. That gives everyone a little bit more space to work with. We have got more room this way, so it's not like they're completely out of space. We can let them go all the way up here as well. Cool. So how are we getting along with our wheat? We're starting to harvest this. I think we can assign a couple more transporters just while we've got people standing around. Oh, Miller's just chilling. Just waiting. Baker's just waiting. We've got quite a lot of planks now. We can get a trader in. We should get a nice little influx of gold. We're selling anything over 10 bread, anything over 10 planks. I'm actually tempted to just sell all of the bread for now, to try and get as much gold as we possibly can to get our own tools rolling, because currently this is crippling us a little bit. I'm not sure how many we actually need for the time being. Obviously we can't build these just yet, and we're not actually waiting on any other construction anywhere that I can see. So I'm going to turn off the tools for now, and we'll just try and get in as much cash as we can in one go, and use that to expand this way is the plan. And then we're going to want to build a blacksmith and start making our own tools, because that's crippling us a little bit. Or alternatively, oh no, because we need tools for these buildings as well. So yeah, I think we've kind of slept on tools, unfortunately, but we can come back. It's absolutely fine. No stress whatsoever. Just need to wait for our merchant to arrive, and then we will be good to go. So this is looking very nice. I wonder if we can improve on these houses a little bit. If we get later into the tree, perhaps we start to get better residential. I'm wondering when that will start to come through. No, this is just working on building up the pub, which is totally fair enough. I'm wondering if down here we get some wheat farm improvements, beer production. People will love that. But yeah, perhaps it comes with kind of the size of the town and that kind of thing. Beautification we don't really have yet. This all feeds into prosperity by the looks of it. But yeah, we are looking pretty good at the moment. I think let's speed up time a little bit, and we'll kind of skip through this just a little bit. Let them kind of make some more bread and get a bit more money coming in from taxes. And toggle tax tracking. Cool. Oh, so you can actually see how many taxes people are paying. So why aren't you paying taxes? Ah, okay. So I think that we have potentially discovered how we improve the housing quality. So these are built by default when painting residential areas. They're suitable for surfs only. Housing quality is determined by surrounding desirability and demands from the correct status. To upgrade a house, make sure all desirability requirements are met and that villages of the correct status demand housing. On the other hand, houses will eventually return to their previous quality if the requirements are no longer met. Cool. So we've got density and we've got quality. So to get density, we need fortifications. This is all starting to piece together. And to get quality, we need beautification, paved roads, residents, and commoners. So let's work on some of this, and hopefully that means we can get more taxes out of people as well, right? Is my hope. So what have we got in terms of beautification? I don't think we've got anything yet, because we haven't unlocked anything. But this, I think, is where we're going to start to see that beautification coming through. So it might be time to start making our little settlement a little bit prettier. I'm hoping those beautification pieces are not going to sort of cost me money to make. So yeah, let's have a little look at this. I think let's just send it. We'll just unlock it. We've upped the taxes. We'll start to see a bit of money coming in. I'm just going to have faith that that's going to happen. But let's try and improve the quality of life of our people. I am just going to check first if we have a little look. Ah, we've also got this, which we've slept on. So this is going to promote to commoner. So that's what we need here. It's commoner residents. Okay, okay. We've pieced this together. We got there eventually. I bet you've probably been screaming at this if you're watching it, and you know this game very well. But we figured it out. So we need commoners, and we need beautification. So, to do that, we need to think about who we need to upgrade. So, village priest and the tax collector might be the best ones to upgrade first, and then we beautify wherever they live. We'll call off promotions for now. We will get into that. I still want to see this trader come in. Here we go. Speak of the devil. So we can sell planks. Oh, both of them turning up at the same time. Lovely. So we can sell off some bread and some planks to these guys. Hopefully. I don't know if we need the tools just yet. But I've already turned that off. I already turned that off, so that's fine. Hopefully these guys are going to come in, scoop up a whole bunch of my resources. Is the hope. Yeah, lovely. So we've got 25 gold there for the planks. And then I'm hoping this guy's going to scoop up all of our bread. Yes, he is. We've got our 50 gold from that. So, the question is, do we work towards this iron ore and start getting our own tools? Do we work towards beautification? Or do we work towards more goods to sell them? I think the goods to sell them is probably the best choice, if I'm honest. Although I need the tools for that, so that's kind of made a decision for us, to be honest. We're now in an upward trend in terms of money, which is lovely to see going again. I think we're going to re-enable the bread to start giving out to people. Just temporarily. I wonder if I can kind of limit this somehow. So that I keep a certain amount. Stockpiling prevents villagers from using stored resources. Okay, no, that's fine. We've got some more people moving in. Welcome, welcome. I think the plan is going to be to expand this way. As soon as this hits, we are going to unlock tooling. Definitely, because we need to start making these tools. Let's unlock it straight away. And we need to start thinking about where we're going to pop this in. So, resource production. We've got an iron mining camp, which, yes, I was correct that this is iron, which is perfect. That's going to take some tools to make. So, we need 4 tools for that. So, we'll stick that on our list straight away. We want to buy some tools. And then we are also going to need an iron smelter in exchange for coal and iron ore. And then we also need a charcoal hut. Okay, so this is going to take a bit of time. And then the blacksmith produces tools in exchange for coal and iron. Okay. So in total we need 11, 12, 13. Right, you know what? We're going to need more income. keep going back to this. We're kind of caught in between these two options at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to just buy all the tools that I need, so let's calculate it. We need 4 tools for this, 2 tools for this, 5 tools for the smelter, and then 6 tools for that. So that is 10, 15, 17 tools altogether. That's going to sting, but we need it. Cool. So we need 17 tools. Let's stop distributing the bread immediately, because we're going to need to sell that. We've got lots of planks, thankfully. Tools, 6 times 17. We should just about have enough, I think. We've got a lovely upward trend in our money now. People are very, very happy, actually. I think we could potentially actually bring the taxes up a little bit more. Is that harsh? Let's see the effect that it would have on people. Minus 50%. No, that is a major jump. Yeah, no, let's not do that. We're starting to accumulate a bit of tax here, so we just need our collector to go out and grab it, and we should be good. By the time our traders come back, we should be absolutely fine, I think. Lovely. I think actually while we're at it, no, we won't grab these. We also need 100 gold to extend to get this iron. But then once we've got that money from the tools coming in, we should be happy. I do quite like this kind of ringing the bell, calling everyone to church. Alright, so we've got 3 villagers that are unemployed, so let's find somewhere for them to go ahead and do some work. I guess transporter, miner, transporter makes sense for now. We're thankfully getting by on berries alone at the moment. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of berries distributed about the place. Where is our gathering hut? Can we see? Yeah, no, we've got plenty of berries in this woodland. That's fine. I definitely want to change this, because this is going to become a bit of an industrial area down here by the river. Which seems a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. To be next to these stone cutters, etc. makes the most sense. This wheat production is really rolling now. How much capacity have we got in here? We've got plenty of capacity in our warehouse and stuff. But we can definitely start building some things. I'm tempted to start kind of slowly upgrading our workers, hey. We could even improve like the efficiency of things. Before we do that, we definitely need to expand our territory. It's going to be a little bit of upkeep, but that's fine. And then we can start putting these down. So our iron mining camp is going to be right here, next to the other one. And we'll rotate that. Annoyingly, we're going to need some cloth for this as well. Can we buy some cloth with our current trade routes? We can. So let's mark that for purchase before we before the traders arrive. So let's have a little look through and see what we need. So we need 3. No cloth there. And we actually need some polished stone there as well. Times 10. So we need 3 cloth, 15 polished stone. We've got a courier. A wealthy benefactor learned of your village's recent struggles with tools and coins. Oof, we were struggling for a bit there. They've graciously offered to lend you the necessary tools to help your community. Oh my goodness. However, they will eventually expect payment. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So, oh, it's a huge relief. You have no idea. Okay, that is very generous of you. So they've given us some tools. That should keep us going for a little bit. It's like the game has been listening to me and knew of my struggles. Let's switch off this tool purchase right now. I still need some cloth, so I need 3 cloth. I believe. Yeah, 3 cloth for that. And then we need some polished stone as well. I'm wondering how we go about making this and if it's actually quite easy to do. We don't have access to it yet. With these tools, I could actually build these if I've got enough. So I needed 17 in total. I've got 26 right now, so I'd need another 5 tools to be purchased. I don't know if I've actually got... Yeah, I don't actually have a time limit on reimbursing the tools, which is great. I should use the tools to get more tools, though, ideally. I think to do that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to figure out how to make stone. Oh, and that is just a straight up polished stone for normal stone. So we should have got this probably a long time ago. The boar we probably should have got a long time ago as well, so that's probably much easier than the farming in hindsight, but we know for next time. So this is going to be on a more priority. So we can start getting all of those tool buildings going. Let's see what we've got going on here. The king has commissioned woolen flags to be proudly displayed on his fortress. A merchant aware of this project noticed your flock of sheep and wants to make you an offer. Okay, so we can't discuss a better deal. We could sell some wool to the king for gold that we need. Currently we've got nothing inside of storage facilities, but we do have wool in here, so let's swap this out. Ooh. We actually need to expand our storage. That's another thing that we need. There's always something that we're not quite hitting. Right. Do we have... Yeah, we've got 14 days to sell this wool. If we use these tools wisely, we can do that. So, I'm just going to freeze time and think about this. So we need a stonemason's hut, 100%. And to build the stonemason's hut is going to cost 8 tools, and we needed 17 to build everything else. What I should have probably done there is actually... Have we got a warehouse expansion? We do have a warehouse expansion. It's really unfortunate. I acted way too quick there. So, I mean, what can we afford to lose? We've got so many things here. It needs to be inside a storage facility, which is really frustrating. Nope. So we've actually got it. Can we afford to sell... Get rid of 70 wood? I think we probably can, to be honest. In exchange for 75 gold? Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. We can get the wood back, that's fine. That kind of hurt, but... you know, good to know. We've got to remember about storage and everything. There's really, like, it's stacked up for the amount that we've got going on here. But that's good. I quite like it. I like that. We need to think about it. We need to think about everything. So we've got 20 gold from that. So we'll start building this straight away. I did try and buy some cloth. He's leaving without giving me the cloth. Wait. Was I too slow on the cloth purchase? Or did I not have enough money when he was here? Very frustrating. That's fine. Okay. So we can sell this wool as soon as it's been moved. We should have some more taxes coming in soon as well. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Sayeva is fetching the wool. Once that comes in, we'll sell that and we'll start plonking down the other buildings that we need. So we've got an emissary. Thanks to your increase in trades, many folks are now looking to settle in Northbury, yet the village struggles to feed the extra workforce and asks if you could send them much needed bread. A neighbouring village will expect you to eventually help them by sending resources through a mandate. I can definitely deal with bread. I will see to it. Your village has caught the interest of the estates of the realm. They anticipate splendid monuments which will undoubtedly define the future of your people. So, my splendour for labour. In from the most impressive buildings of the labour estate. Okay. So I'll have to start working towards splendour. It seems your treasury has been low on coins lately. Some of your villagers suggest temporarily increasing taxes until the treasury improves. Yes. I will do that. Villagers are very happy. Which is fine. It's just food that they're missing out on. I think they could probably... Maybe we put it up a little bit more. 50% happiness is a huge hit to take, though, for an extra... Well, I think if... What does their happiness actually do? No, I can't. I just... Morally, I can't tax people that much. 50%. No, it's too much. So we've got our wool. We can send that off to the king. And we've got a bit more money to work with. So, let's get our stonemason going straight away. So where was our stone cutter building? Stonemason hut. Here we go. This can go down near the river. So we've got like a riverside industrial zone going on, by the looks of it. I can actually just put this next to the stonecutters camp. It probably makes a lot of sense. Pop that there. And again, we need the cloth for it. So struggling for that cloth right now. Let's make sure that we mark cloth for purchase. So I want to have 8 cloth in time for the next guys to come through. We'll also plonk... how much is the cloth going to cost us? Cloth is going to cost 4. We need that times 8. So that's going to be 32 coins. So we can start putting some of these things down. Build these. It looks like this has actually become part of the mining camp, if I'm wrong. No, I'm not sure why it's selecting both of them there, but that's fine. So as part of our resource production, we then need a charcoal hut, and we can actually start working on charcoal straight away. But I don't have anywhere to store it. So what we should probably do before then is get this storage improvement. But again, what we need to do is make sure we've got enough money to buy the cloth that we need for these two. So we can start gathering iron and we can start gathering stone. And then with these resources and expanding this so we can put them somewhere, we will then be able to start making our own tools, which we can use to build the tailor's workshop and the weaver hut, which will start creating cloth. So, so we're kind of jumping through hoops to get there, but we will get there eventually. So we've got over the 30 coins now. 32 coins we need. Keep that in our heads. So if we jump up here, have a look at our resources, we'll make sure that we're not purchasing anything else. We're just getting this 8 cloth that we need. We can still keep selling the bread. Berries are fine. We can still just live on berries for now until we get this tool shortage fixed. And we can start getting these buildings up. So let's get the storage improvement. And we are going to have to edit our warehouse. Additional storage space for warehouse, and that's going to need some tools. So, that makes a lot of sense actually. You know, that makes a lot of sense. You just tack these on. We can just kind of, yeah, no, this, yeah, amazing. Cool. So let's prioritize this. We really want to start getting rid of some of these planks and this stone. We'll prioritize this construction. These woodcutters are chilling at home, annoyingly. Can't be chilling at home. You've traded enough with Northbury for them to want to expand their village, but they need your help to accomplish that. Hire an assistant to send them what they need, and you'll profit more from trading. Okay. So we can improve that by assigning a bailiff. I think we need to sort out our current situation first, but we'll keep that in mind for future. And we also need to reimburse this tool loan that we took earlier. So once the wood comes through for this, we've got a bit of bread stockpiling. I know you don't have any refined food right now, but you will soon. Once we've got this tool and cloth situation sorted out, then we're going to try and upgrade some of these houses and get them looking much nicer, get the happiness around the village much better than it is. We can potentially assign some of these people, so we're going to need a stonemason, and we're definitely going to need an iron miner as soon as that comes up. So we'll hold off for a minute. We've got some more people joining our village. Welcome along. Let's speed this up a little. See if we can't get our cloth in. Welcome these new people to the village. Church is obviously in session again. Those bells are very relaxing to listen to. Let's see where we can slot you in. Or we could just actually... we'll let you chill. You just got here. There's no rush. I think actually this expansion might have taken some of the tools I needed. So I've currently got 12. This has got the tools it needs, as has this. But we've still got to build the smelter, which is 5, and the blacksmith, which is 6, and the charcoal hut, which is 2. So that comes to 13 altogether. So we actually need to buy 1 tool as well, and I'm very glad that I caught that before the traders came and went. So let's buy... we need to buy up to 13. That's fine. Now hopefully we can speed this up a little bit until we get our traders into town. Did we see another little house go in there? It's just a teeny little house there. Let's squeeze one in. Hopefully we collect a bit of tax before they get here. We've got a chunk of bread to sell them, so that should... Yeah, there we go. So we've got some tax money coming in. Our tax collector needs to go out there and get it. It's starting to stack up, hey? We've got a house out in the woods out here. Someone's just decided to settle away from everybody else. I respect it, to be fair. Gorgeous little spot for a house. You obviously don't want to integrate with society at all. We'll speed this right up until we get our traders, and then we should be good. We should be back on level pegging. We should be producing like we need to. And we've really stockpiled everything else. So once we got this tool situation under control, we should be able to make cloth, we should be able to make clothes. And we can really start stacking up on everything. We'll be back on top. And here he comes. We've got enough money for the cloth and for the tools. We better hurry up and get here so I don't spend it on something. Oh, it is dropping. Quick. I'm hoping he buys stuff before he sells stuff to me. There we go. So let's slow this right back down. So we've got our one tool that we need. Let's welcome these people in. And then this guy. Oh wait, no. Come back. Please come back. Right. I wonder if I've got a very recent save that I can jump back to, because I don't want to sit around and wait for him again. This is 5 minutes ago. I'm not going to put any of you through that. So, realised exactly where we went wrong. He's been coming and going. We haven't been buying any cloth because we don't have anywhere to store the cloth. So now that we've got the storage, we can pop the cloth in here. We'll make sure that we prioritise this. And we're on our 12, so we're going to go into the royal book. We're going to make sure we buy up to 8 cloth and up to 13 tools. We're going to make sure this gets finished. We're going to speed this up all the way. And we'll get right back to where we were a second ago. Been totally spacing on storage. It's so easy to think, like, obviously, because you can store things in the buildings themselves. It's quite easy to, like, just think, oh, well, you know, it doesn't need anywhere else for it to go. But obviously, if a trader's coming into my warehouse, where's he going to put the stuff that I'm trying to buy from him? Like, it makes complete sense. So, we're going to assign cloth in here. We are going to assign polished stone. We are also going to assign coal and iron ore. How much capacity have these places got? Well, we don't necessarily need to put the iron ore in there, and we don't really need... Yeah, no, it's just the cloth, tools. I think maybe wood needs to go in there. And we'll potentially expand this again eventually. But no, that should be fine. So now, when the trader arrives, I am hoping that, because we've got somewhere for the cloth to go, he will actually leave the cloth behind. So, Fingers crossed. It should be fine. Everyone else is kind of happy as Larry. We'll assign some workers while we're waiting for these traders to come in. So we're going to need a stonemason. We'll pop him back in there. And we're also going to need some people to work on new buildings, actually. So we'll just hang on to everyone else for the time being. Where are these traders when you need them? Come on. Come on. Any minute now. I reckon they probably come on a specific day, to be fair. I just haven't learned when that is yet. God, this is looking really gorgeous already. I'm really excited to see how it progresses even further. Like, quite happily just kind of kick back and play this game for hours. Honestly. I'm just looking over at my clock and I have. And I can continue to do so. Quite happily. Here come our saving grace. Right, now this time you're going to leave some of that cloth behind, buddy. I do kind of wish I could stop him on the road, like, you know, wait a minute, give me some of your cloth, and just grab it off him, but it completely makes sense that you need somewhere to put it. Just obviously, it's not 100% intuitive that before you have something, you need somewhere for it to go. That makes sense, because like if you're buying a new resource that you haven't dealt with before, it's not necessarily obvious that you're obviously going to have to assign it somewhere, right? It makes sense in theory, but in practice it's a little bit frustrating when he comes and goes and you have to wait for next month. But okay, anyway, we've got our cloth. We should have got our cloth. Has our cloth ended up somewhere else? Where's the cloth gone? Did we not just buy 6 cloth? Yeah, we bought 8 cloth. Where has this gone? That should have gone to here. I'm not sure why it hasn't. We've at least got the stonemason working, but where did that cloth disappear to? I'm quite confused. One. Yeah, there's nothing in use, it just kind of disappeared. Where's our stonecutter camp? I only took 5, so we kind of like 2 cloth has just disappeared. I'm not sure where it's gone to. Okay, fair enough. It does unfortunately mean that we need to find more. What started off as kind of really straightforward and oh, this will be easy kind of thing, we've ended up struggling for specific things that I didn't think I was going to struggle with. But I really don't know where this cloth has gone. It's unless we've got a builder that's like, or a transporter that's on a break. Transporting wool, free time. Unless Sayeva is got it and she's gone to church. Like, I really thought that I had that cloth available to me. A little bit frustrating if it's disappeared, but we can deal. In the meantime, we've got a bit of gold and we've got our stonemason hut, so we can start popping down the charcoal hut, which we're going to have to pop down here to start creating some charcoal. Let's be a bit careful of where our residential is. So kind of cut this off there. Bear in mind that we've got a line there, so pop our charcoal hut down in the woods here. I want to rotate that around this way. Perfect. And then we also are going to need an iron smelter. We kind of want to keep it all central to this. So let's pop our smelter in there. Right next to where the actual iron is. That makes the most sense to me. Can we rotate this? No. Is that going to let me move this now? It's not. That's fine. Pop you in there. Perfect. And the last thing we needed is a blacksmith. So we'll pop the blacksmith down by the water. Right down by the water's edge. I like the look of that. He's going to live down there. So we've got a spot for our coal. We've got a spot for our polished stone. We've also got the necessary tools for this right now. What we need is a bit of gold for this blacksmith. So we'll speed things up a little bit more. We could also start to extend our residential down this way while we're at it. Start settling along the banks of this river. We've got a few new people coming in. Welcome, welcome. Once we make a bit of money on our taxes, we'll do that. In the meantime, we can flag some residential along the river. I like the sound of that. So all along here we're going to put houses. And we'll obviously just leave a bit of space for our industrial bit. That looks great. And we've got the money for this, so that's fine. I might just wait just to make sure that we get some more cloth. I've got a nice bit of bread. And we've got a decent amount of planks, etc. Our resources are really stacking up, which is nice to see. We will build this. We should start to have some polished stone coming out. Which we have. It's starting to be used. Love to see that. And then once we've got all of this running, we can get some charcoal burners going. I'm wondering if I need to put a little woodcutting section around here just to stop them from chopping everything down. And we probably need to reforest bits as well. Now that we're thinking about it. So we'll put a forester's camp in here. Just to make sure that this doesn't just absolutely decimate the forest around us. And we're going to need to replant a bit of this woodland here. Starting to get some coal going. It would be quite handy if we could sell some of these goods to our town villagers. And that might be something again that I've slept on. So we can actually sell specific goods to villagers if we unlock this. And once we plant this last bit down and we get our... Oh, here we go. Let's quickly turn off... Let's pause this. Let's turn off purchasing tools and make sure we spend all of our money on cloth. And we should be able to get the last bit of cloth that we need. We get a chunk for our planks and for our bread. And we're actually making a good amount of bread now at this point, so I might start... Did we get some cloth? Yes, we did. Okay, lovely. We've now got the cloth that we need, finally. So we are going to be rolling on the tool production. We can pop this down as well. Perfect. So, and we've got a bit of money for our bread. Lovely. So let's start selling the bread to our populace. And we should be back on top. I wonder if I can manage the production of things a little bit better. So our storage for that is full. Storage for wool is full also. We are going to need to prioritize this forester camp so we can get this reforested very quickly. Otherwise, this charcoal hut is going to chop down everything in sight. We've got a messenger. Tropbury sees potential in a fleet of carriages. They want to trade more goods with your village and would like your help crafting such vehicles by supplying them with tools. I am about to be able to make tools, so yes, we can do this. At last we can make our tools. We've got a lot of sheep as well, just loads of sheep, just chilling. So as soon as we get our tools up and running, we can get these going. Things are starting to come together down here. So let's do a bit of a reshuffle on all of our workers. So our bakers are doing okay. I don't think we need 3 charcoal burners. I might be wrong. Foragers, we're starting to kind of run out of food now. So we need to work on another food source pretty soon. It would be nice to start distributing the bread quickly. Maybe we get a little hunting shack or something to start getting some boar. But we definitely need to get more food. This was previously just laughing, but there we are. So I'm going to remove a couple of transporters because I don't think that's as essential. Same thing down here. We'll take 2 transporters off there. What I am going to increase then is miners and a forester. And then we definitely need the iron smelter up and running as soon as possible. We'll make sure we paint this reforestation area so we get the maximum amount. I could even start chopping this down because I would quite like to open this up a little bit to be able to see the sheep roaming around. I could even, yeah, that would be lovely. Cool. So what are we waiting on here? We're waiting on some more polished stone on both of these places. You are starting to produce that, so that's great. We definitely don't need as many miners on the stone anymore, because that is just overflowing right now. So I wonder if we actually do just buff up the transporters a little bit for now. And let these guys finish up, and then we'll do a little reshuffle afterwards. I also don't need to buy any more resources now. Don't need that cloth anymore. Sell all of our planks. I'd like to keep a little bit of bread. So let's maybe start stockpiling a bit of bread. We'll sell anything over 25 at this point. What else can we sell that we currently produce? Not a whole lot. We'll be able to sell clothes very soon. We'll also be able to sell polished stone, which is great. We'll keep a stockpile of, again, 25. Glass, gold bars, barrels. We don't have any of yet. I wonder if we can get a new trade route. So if we stockpile a bit of bread, we can sell boar, which is not something that we have currently. We'll be able to sell tools to these guys once we get our clothes running, which would be great. Down here, berries, maybe. Coal would be a great one, because we're about to have loads of that. We've got more people coming in. I think we're actually going to need more warehouse space as well. But I would like to just get on top of this this gold situation first. Start getting some tools running. We've got loads of wool ready to go as well. And then once we've got the tools and we've got the wool, and we maybe find another food source, I'd like to start upgrading people and beautifying, because this is it's lovely, but it could be lovelier. Got a lovely little bit of reforestation going on. Taking his time producing stone at this point. Best suited to commoner, so I think maybe I upgrade Flame immediately because he's taken some time here. Might need a bit of experience first. Where do I go about upgrading people? So we can improve some trade routes, which is cool. Let's promote. Can we promote Flame? Yes, we can promote Flame. Happiness is pretty low across the board. Let's promote Flame straight away, and let's promote our tax collector so we can start getting some money up. Village decorations. Your villagers would enjoy decorations. They will increase the desirability of an area for better housing and also provide beautification, which improves your prosperity. So we're going to start beautifying, definitely. We need to unlock this first. I think. Yeah, we do. If we can get Flame. So Flame is now a commoner, which is lovely. He needs refined food, which we've got. We've got bread. I definitely think we need to get some boar and some meat to roll in, because currently we're just running on this farming situation and it's not actually doing amazingly, unfortunately. It might even be worth us expanding this field a little bit down here. This field is too large. Okay. Scratch that. We can't actually do that. Yeah, so we need to start beautifying around here. No access to refined food. The bread is coming. Relax. Hold your horses. Really happy with how this village is looking, honestly. Let's take another little picture. Beautiful. I love that you can just hop in and take a few snaps of this. I love this hill in the background as well. It's crazy to think that eventually we'll probably expand all the way down there. But it's coming along very nicely. Gorgeous. Might even take a few more snaps. It's just, it's so nice, hey? I just love this wheat field. The way this wheat field looks is so nice. One of those. Bam. That's a thumbnail right there. Anyway. We're seeing insufficient housing again. I wonder why that is. So we've got plenty of space. But I think our commoners, yeah, commoners are looking for medium quality housing, I think. Housing insufficient. I wonder where our boy lives. Let's have a look. Can I see where your house is? No, I cannot. Okay. Ah, so maybe he needs medium housing to be able to move in because he's a commoner. So we might have to start working on our decorations straight away. I'm just really conscious of this tool situation, hey. But we should be fine. Let's go ahead and have a look at our decorations, I think. Once we get these coins in. We've obviously... This is going to happen eventually. Florist could not reach destination. Where are you trying to get to? Oh, interesting. So let's speed things up. Get a bit of tax money in. And we will unlock our beautification. Although, again, it might be worth us getting these clothes rolling so we can sell some of those as well. Really get our income up and running. Especially so that we don't have to think about cloth anymore, because that's been a thorn in my side for quite some time. I understand that we need beautification for these guys. Is this our tax collector? Yeah. Yeah, it needs more. I think we need to unlock the boars first. I mean, ideally we get, 100 gold flowing in right now, but I don't think that's going to happen, so these would be great. But I'm actually sitting on a bit of cloth already. And if we can make the tools, we could just pop these up whenever. So we've kind of, yeah, this is the immediate problem, which we seem to have fixed. And almost got enough stone. What I'm struggling for is refined food at the moment, because the bread is just being absolutely rinsed through. We can definitely sell some planks here though, and we should get enough money. We actually just got a bit of tax money in. So, I think we need to sort our food situation out before it gets dire. So I'm going to get this first. And we're going to have a look. Yeah, okay, perfect. So, our hunting zones, it's going to be all of this. Right? We've got lots of boars in this wood, and we can put a hunter's hut in amongst our... Let's check, just double check where our residency ends. So our residents go around the back there. I think a hunter's hut in here would be a good idea. So you can kind of keep the sheep safe and work towards the back there. Perfect. So we need these tools to get that up and running, but that's fine. And then we're going to need a butchery. Right next to our sheep, I guess. Which, it is what it is. Do something like that. some more people in. We've got a lot of unemployment. So I think we just distribute everyone. Get some more bakers, we get some more transporters, iron smelters. And we definitely need, I feel like there's one more for the iron construction. A blacksmith we're going to need. But for the time being, I think we can just kind of put people wherever. And we need to sort out this food situation ASAP. It's absolutely dire. So we're going to sell some meat on this stall. We're starting to run very low on food, so we've got to get this going as soon as possible. Let's prioritize this massively. Come on, Flane, you can do it. Nice little hamlet there. Big fan of that. That's gorgeous. Once we've got this blacksmith up, we should be sitting pretty. And we can get our tools ready to go. Come on, you can do it, buddy. One polished stone. Once he finishes this, we should be in a fantastic position for the first time in a long time. But we are actually starting to produce iron bars, which is amazing. We just need our blacksmith to start popping out some tools. Let's speed up time a little bit until we get this last bit of stone. Here it comes. There it is. And we should have our stone coming in. Here it comes. And finally our little iron production section is going to be where we need it to be. As soon as that gets up and running. Here we go. This was a bit of a challenge down here to get this going. But thankfully we got there. We've now got polished stone. We've got iron bars, we've got charcoal. This has actually been a huge leap forward in terms of production down here. We've got some iron bars sitting there. And once our blacksmith goes up, we have got a way to make tools, which is so handy. Amazing. There we go. Did the builder just clock off? Just before he finished? He's like, I'll finish it tomorrow. We just got this tiny little bit of construction left to go. We've got a merchant coming. Interesting. This is a different kind of merchant we haven't seen before. Hey, at last. First tools forged. An industrious clang of metal echoes through the village. Tools are now crafted, not bought. Your villagers are eager to build, create, and thrive with these sturdy instruments. Very well. Ah, we made it, guys. We made it at last. So what is this merchant after, I wonder? The king is planning new outposts around the borders. One of his merchants noticed your woodcut camps and he wants to make you an offer. I could sell 100 wood for 150 gold. Huge. Huge. Yes, we'll take it. Absolutely, you can take the wood right now. And we are finally in a very good position. So, we're starting to pump out some tools. I believe we're starting to pump out some tools now. They're on free time, so that's fine. With this gold then, let's have a look at our progression, because there's probably a few things that I'm missing. I definitely want to be able to sell goods to my villagers, and I definitely want to be able to decorate. I think decorations is going to be the most important thing to get our housing up, because currently this is inefficient, and we want to be able to get the butchery up and the hunter's hut up as soon as possible. And then we can also build the tailor's workshop, and we can build the weaver's hut. And hopefully we should be pretty self-sufficient at that point, which is absolutely amazing. I'd like to move this down here if I can. I definitely need to prioritize this. Cool. So, where's all our iron gone? I should not have moved this just yet. Oh, that was a mistake. Have we got some tools coming out? We should have enough to make 8 tools here. We just need... I think that maybe by moving my iron camp there, I actually lost some iron resources because I'm not storing them anywhere else. I'm not sure though. I feel like they would have been moved on already. I hope, anyway. But yeah, not sure about that one. These guys are now producing tools, which is lovely. I'm not sure... Where are you guys? Yeah, I'm not getting like a progress bar, which is interesting, but... As ordinarily you get this progress bar, right? But I'm not getting that for the tools. Which is, I mean, fair enough. But we are getting our first tools coming out, so... We are once again in a brilliant spot. I'm very excited just thinking about it. So yeah, and we should get some hunters going soon. In the meantime, while all of that construction is happening, let's have a look at our decorations and see what we can do. So there's a couple of things the game wants me to do, for starters. We get... I was very excited. So we can decorate each of these houses, I suppose, is how this works. We can pop rose bush in there. Lovely. So putting that down puts it in a beautification area. So I need to make sure all of these houses are in beautification areas, I guess. We'll give you a nice little vase. And these are just money. So that's good to know. Let's build a terracotta bench for you. Oh, and interesting to see that they kind of feed off each other as well, so that's something else to keep in mind. We'll add another little bench in this garden for you. And we want to build a young oak planter. Oh, definitely a nice big oak tree down by the water sounds good. Pop that there. Lovely. We want to build a road sign. Where's our road sign? Oh, and we connect all of these beautification areas up. Great idea. Straight away, these are getting upgraded, which is lovely. Our commoners are moving in. So we'll build that there. Amazing. So I don't think this actually increases the occupancy, maybe? I mean, we'll find out in a second, but yeah, we'll see. And then we also want a rope fence. Let's just pop this down. I mean, we want to extend this a little bit. It kind of looks like a washing line. We can pop that in there. It's kind of a pseudo washing line. I can see that as a washing line. There we go. Lovely. So our housing is being improved, which is lovely to see. And we'll slowly work on our beautification all the way down here once we start upgrading more people. But for the time being, I think we're in a good spot with the way that everything's working. Let's just double check on our goods, because we now obviously have more goods that we can sell, potentially, if anyone wants them. We've got a polished stone that we could sell on, which is a wonderful start. The bread, I'm happy to have. See, I'm really struggling for food at the moment. Let's stop selling bread, I think, for now. We can sell polished stone, which we will do. And I think that's all we've got access to right now. Common clothes. Again, let's stockpile 25 and sell the rest. Wool, it would be nice to sell, but we can't. It'd be great if we could sell water, so we've got plenty of that. But again, we can't, that's fine. We have got our hunter hut up and running, so let's get some villagers in there. And we've also got our butchery up and running. So we need to make sure that our granary is accepting meat, because this is going to be what we're actually selling. So let's rearrange some people. I think actually we'll just pull someone out of the granary and someone out of the warehouse. Pop those in the butchery. There we go, and we should start to get some meat come in just in time, because we're about to run out of berries. I wonder if these guys are still producing. Yeah, they are still going to get them. It might be worth actually moving it closer to the berries, or even moving it down here, which we could do either, so that's fine. We'll leave it for a minute. I think it's just that people are actually just eating everything we're producing right now. But what we can do is sell some meat on this stall, and we're going to need someone to do that. So let's have a look at our buildings. What have we got too much of? Probably stone we don't need quite as much of. So we'll take one of our miners off here. Emmett can leave that. And pop Emmett here. And he can sell our meat. And then we absolutely definitely need to start selling goods to people. So that'll be a kind of next point of call. Yeah, they now have a need for goods and entertainment, interestingly. I think we probably start promoting people before we do anything else. Polished stone is starting to stack up. We've got some boars, so I'm hoping that this will start working very soon. And we're starting to bring tools in. Oh, so so good to know we're making tools again. Wait, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. I don't want the tools there. I don't want the tools there. I want the tools over here. Oh no. Oh no. Did we speak too soon? Not sure. They're still going to go over there with the tools. They're going to take them back. Can't actually see them here, so let's make sure that we buy a few tools. Annoyingly, I thought we were free of this, but not quite. I do love that this game is kind of keeping me thinking. I thought it was going to be a very cozy little village builder, which it is, but also it doesn't let you just kind of sit back and do nothing. I have to actually think about running the town. It's more than just watching it grow, which some games are. But I'm really enjoying this so far. I desperately want to get this clothes situation sorted. That's starting to come through now. Yeah, so they did actually take the tools there first, which is a bit annoying because now we can't. And it's my fault for moving this, I suppose. But you're living in. What have we got a notification on here still? A lot of this stuff. So we will go around and beautify everything eventually. But let's just speed this up and get some more tools in. Should be the last time. Hopefully the last time. But I'm sure I've said this before in this very video, so hey ho. I wonder how many people we've started to get moving in down here. No one's really moving in away from the town centre yet. I feel like we've had a lot of people move to our town, but I'm not sure where all the houses have gone. I know we've got quite a few here. I guess they want to be close to the city centre, which makes sense. But like, if it was me, I love what these guys have done over here. We moved out into the woods. So that's where you'd find me for sure. I really like the placement of the warehouse in the middle as well. This has kind of worked out very well. And where are our traders? Come on. Come along, guys. Right. Still got a little bit of unemployment. We're going to need that for these guys in the middle, no doubt. We are starting to get some meat going, which is brilliant. And yeah, we're starting to distribute meat among the people, which is fantastic. Probably even need more different types of food, I suppose, because people are absolutely flying through this stuff. They're like eating it faster than I can produce it at the moment. So we need to think about producing a bit more food, potentially. But yeah, this is now a bustling little town, honestly. We'll take another little snap. Gorgeous. What do I need for these then? Ah. So these are actually eating up my tools as well. I need to prioritize this. I almost lost those tools then. I wasn't quick about that. Thankfully they assigned it to the correct thing. And there we go, we've got our miners back in action, which is lovely. And these houses are coming through. Excited to see this. Got our first leveled up house. Gorgeous. So they got some got a little chimney look. They're actually using brick and tiled roofs rather than these old thatch ones. Kind of moving into the next era with this, I feel like. Kind of matches our production buildings, which makes a lot more sense. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. Very nice. Got a little bush that I gave you there. Can't be losing the little bush. Right, so now we need to continue these. And we'll speed this up to get some tools coming through. We are producing a fair bit of meat now, so that should keep us going for a little while, I feel like. And the tools are coming out. We're starting to get a nice bit of Iron ore coming through. Which is great. Perfect. This is wonderful. We've got our little tool production actually working. We solved it. If we can get these two up. I think we prioritise the weaver to get that cloth started in case we need it for anything else. And we probably start using some of this to just start promoting villages, to be honest. I think the goods market might be good. I mean, we're going to need that to give to our village. But I'm actually quite tempted to see what this edict slot is. So let's do that. We're going to have a look. We're going to figure it out. So, edicts. Villagers believe we've achieved enough prosperity to implement our very first edict. These are laws or policies that help you shape the village in new ways. Additionally, you can enable privileges, which are benefits granted by each of the estates. Once edicts and privileges are enacted, they must be revised with a mandate to be removed. Okay. Let's ratify an edict. So let's figure out how edicts work. I believe they're in here. Here we go. Enable an edict by assigning them to an empty slot. Mandate is required for future revisions. So happiness bonus of -25. Oh, that's just an ongoing effect. What can we do? Decrease the cost of mandates. Yields. Oh, we don't want to reduce food. I'm kind of speechless after looking at that one. That's rough. Upkeep of production building parts. Okay. So this might be very good. Trade quantity bonus. Okay. I think it's going to have to be upkeep. There we go. Upkeep is in. So if we have a look at our upkeep, we've got a lot of production upkeep going out at the moment. Yeah. So we've just cut that in half. So that'll be wonderful for our progression, our income. Oh, we got a lovely bit of tools coming through, which you love to see. Plenty of coal as well. We're really starting to stack up on things like stone and wool. And the food is in a good position again. That's starting to go back up. We were almost hitting famine levels there. But luckily we just narrowly avoided that one. Not like the tool famine of the last couple of hours. Just need 2 more tools and this will be good to go. Villager path blocked. This happened before. Yeah, I think they're struggling to get past these. I think they're getting stuck on each other, so we might have to move this reforestation hut a little bit. We'll just move it out into the woods a bit. Just to give them a bit more space to squeeze past each other. We got enough tools over here? Not just yet. We may need some more warehouses like out here at some point. Frustratingly, we've got a lot of paths now going through our fields, so it might be worth us just extending the crops a little bit this way. Just so we can like take a little bit more of this land. We've got a couple more villages coming in. Our traders are back again. I think we're actually still set to buy some tools, so we'll probably see some more of those coming through. Yeah, we are. We brought up to 3. And that will finish off our weaver hut. And we've got a few new villages that we can slot straight in there. Enact careful planning. So it actually wanted me to enact a different edict. Revise an edict. So it wanted me to do the tools. So, unfortunately, we're going to be missing... And we're going to have this quest ongoing for a little while, but... Execute Bailiff Mandate, revise an edict. Can I do this? No, I don't think I've unlocked that yet. Maybe that's not something we can do. I think we need to unlock the Bailiff before we can do anything. That's okay. We can do that at a later date. We have got our weaver hut up and running. So let's get some weavers in there. And we finally resolved the cloth and tools crisis. I feel like we're coming out the other end. We'll prioritise this one. And we'll get our tailor's shop up and running as well. And we'll speed it up. We'll get a few of these tools made. Paint crop field. Oh. I'm sometimes getting these, like, it's pinning things when I don't want it to, which is a little bit odd to work around, I suppose, but you know, it's not the end of the world. I think we can potentially start upgrading people. Let's promote these guys so we get some tools coming out quicker. And let's actually look at all of our villages. I think we need to have a look in here. Which again, it would be nice to see in the other one, but that's fine. Let's definitely improve our butchers to get on top of the food crisis. And we can also promote to citizen, which would be probably our next big jump. So, just while we're waiting for these tools, we'll grab a few more beautification pieces. Maybe put a nice little archway in here for you. That's lovely. We'll make sure this whole area is nicely beautified. What are the cheaper ones that we can do just to get more of these houses in? Give you a nice pruned hedge. What about a tall pruned hedge? Oh, that's quite expensive, that pruned hedge. We just pop some of these cheaper bushes in to start us off. Give you a nice plant pot. And we've at least got a few more of these houses beautified just a little bit. I'm hoping... Yeah, we're on one tool. If we speed this back up. We should just about be in a position to finish this off. Just need one more tool, which I'm sure we can just about do. House is upgrading. Lovely. We got these people right on the seafront riverbank, upgrading their house. And this is the final tool coming in. that should be enough to finish off our tailor's workshop. Which will start producing clothes. Let's watch this coming up. Resources not missing. We've definitely got it. It should be on the way. There it is. Here he comes. There you go. That will finish off our tailor's workshop. Going to start producing clothing out of the cloth that we are weaving from our many wild sheep in this forest. I'm definitely going to have to cut these trees down at some point so we can actually see the sheep in their little pasture. Will be very nice. And that's it, we've got our tailor's workshop. And with that, I believe our major tool cloth clothing crisis that we had for quite some time is dealt with, which I can't quite believe. But yeah, we are actually in a very good position, and I think as we take a couple of little snaps of where we've ended up with this village, I'm very happy with this, the village of Raynol. Raynol? That's my name. The village of Villarreal. Our little manor house in the middle there. Get some nice shots of this. And I think that would be a fantastic place to end this video. We made a huge amount of progress on this little village. It's turned out from, you know, a little hamlet with a little woodcutter down here to being a full thriving centre. We've got a whole iron stone district down here. We've got our kind of our like storage and market section of town with a little baker. We've got our my manor house, which doesn't look quite as big as grand anymore since we built all this extra stuff. And the church definitely needs a bit more work. A nice little farm side residential area. And then our farming district. We've got hunters going, we've got wheat being produced, our little well in the middle of our town. It's really, really pretty. And deep in these trees, all of our wild sheep just running free. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this come together so far. I've completely lost myself in this, if I'm totally honest, and the time has just kind of flown by. So I'd absolutely love to continue with this one. Normally with kind of a long play like this one, I would leave it. But if you have enjoyed watching this and you want to see me continue to grow this district, because, I mean, if we look at the kind of the progression, we've barely scratched the surface of this game, and the map is absolutely huge. So I don't really feel as though, if we have a look at our map here, I don't really feel as though we've done it justice with a single video, despite the length of it. So I'd really like to do more of this. So if you did enjoy this and you want to see another one, you want to see me continue this town, do let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you go if you want to see more like this, and check out my other content.